Stop it. Get some help.
The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Phrasing.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. He knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cuck Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm talking to you! Drops, retard. Robocock.
So そうだ。テレビ。つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメスパイ
あやこれ好き。よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
is not here. I replaced him with Smash JT, who's also not here. But that's okay. Shout out to all you guys. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Hypnosis, episode 156. It's going to be a fun time, boys. We got a lot we got to talk about. And yes, obviously, to address the elephant in the room, because people in the chat, I can already tell. Unfortunately, there are people that are not as dedicated like those on screen right now, by the name of Atreus, Kada, who apparently it's too hard to stream from a hotel when they go to a Dragon Con. I know it's difficult. It's difficult. And obviously, Smash JT, you know, he finally got his dream. He managed to stream with other people who also steal waifu battles. So together, you know, they did a fusion dance, and now they're very happy. And it's a good time, boys. So no, they're not here, but that's okay because we're going to carry it. I mean, we got a full panel of white people.
Hell yeah, dude.
Not sheep. Don't even get that look. You are the only. You have been early to every stream. I am, by the power vested in me of the Council of Whiteness, I am making you an honorary white.
That's what I've been saying, bro. He reads manga. He's normal. He's not ratchet. Like, I think it's great, man.
Just that innocent look,
said,
dude.
Yes, that is so
y'all,
true.
Y'all really can't give black people nothing, bro. It's fucked up.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, what do you mean? I gave him the greatest gift of all time, literal honorary whiteness.
That's not true. The greatest gift of all time is for him to give you the end pass.
Oh, that's true. Can we swap?
Hey, can you what?
Swap.
Hey, what?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's insane, bro. How you just gonna ask a grown ass man, can you swap live on stream?
Still waiting for an answer.
What do you mean you still waiting for an answer? Oh my god. Anyway, we got a lot we got to talk about, boys. We're gonna get right into I would walk away too, Sheep. Just we got a lot we got to talk about.
The white people aren't looking good tonight.
No, we're not. We're not.
Off to a good start.
I am adjacent to white because I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm trying to join you guys. You know, I also don't want to get lynched. Leon, take it away, man.
No, it's gonna be a great show. Anytime I see Resident Evil in the title, I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'm stoked. And then I watched the stream last night. I had no shit about the Metal Gear Solid stuff going down. And when my show was over, like maybe it was before my show, and I was like, oh god damn, that terrarium business. So yeah, we got a lot of good shit to get into. I'm stoked. So let's get into it.
My first Metal Gear video that I released two. My first one talking about the performance problems. Oh, it's amazing. I think I can literally fill retard of the day segments for a month straight just from that video. It's fan-fucking-tastic. All of the shills came out immediately just to like, and as you know what's funny? They said exactly what I said they were gonna say. In the video, like 2 minutes in, I'm like, I hear you. I can already hear you from across the pond. You're going to have people commenting saying they have no problems. What the fuck are you talking about? Stop complaining. And then lo and behold, that's exactly what the comments were. I got no problems. Something must be wrong with you. I got no problems. You're just grifting. I got no problems. You're lying. It's like, bro. Anyway, so easy to
all
predict.
these comments and articles to say otherwise, but whatever.
Yeah, it's like I just literally showed you a video showing so. Anyway, that's besides the point. Wizard.
Hello.
Wizard, you're looking awfully shiny today.
Very
Did you
shiny.
get a new light?
I have too many new lights, and they're not configured correctly yet.
That makes sense.
We're getting there.
That makes sense. It's all right. I mean, listen, the wider you look, the better.
That's, you know what? Hey, on this panel, yeah.
Usually we're lacking in that department. There's a little bit too many browns and blacks.
I got a Kotaku fact though for today.
Oh, okay. That's
It is now time for everyone's favorite segment of the week. Welcome to Kotaku Facts, brought to you by the real-life fake wizard. He's not really a wizard, guys.
So are we going to talk about the fact that Will the fans drew you with some insane DSLs? Like, are we ever going to like, are we ever going to just, you love, okay. All right.
I
We
love
also
it.
talk
It's a
about the fact
great
that Will
photo.
Man said he would be here and isn't here.
What else? I'm used to that. It's fine. Anyway, what is the Kotaku fact of the day?
Yeah, so this one, I think, at least chat, some of you guys are going to know this one, but in 2019, Kotaku published an article claiming a song in the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Persona 5 DLC contained a disability slur. Retarded. It turned out that the writer misheard the Japanese singer's pronunciation of retorted. The site was accused of racism and sloppy fact-checking, leading to a backlash and an updated story. And as of right now, that story is completely unavailable. You cannot. The link has been taken down.
Oh my god.
No surprise, I remember that one.
That is very
I
similar.
did not know that one.
That's very similar to the white liberals that tried to cancel. Is it Japanese or Chinese people that use the N-word sounding word?
It was
Japanese, right? Yeah, they tried to claim that there was like a bunch of Japanese people using N-word, when in fact that's not that's not even close to what it is.
And Nigeto is Japanese for run. That's all it is. And it obvious in the game. Like,
No, it's not
Apex
Nigeto.
Legends-
It's not Nigeto.
Is it
it's-
Nikka? I don't want to say it because it's your show, but Nikka.
No, it literally sounds like you're using the N-word. It just means like anyway, or it's like basically one of those words that connect sentences. Slang.
I think there's a word in Arabic that also is something similar to that.
Oh, maybe it's Korean.
Like, I don't know. Arabic, I know there is a word because a couple of my Arab friends were playing Friday the 13th and they were yelling "run" in Arabic apparently, and it sounded and so one of their friends is married to a black chick, and so all she could hear is the N-word when they were just saying "run."
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Apparently it's Korean, so that's my bad. It's Korean. I knew it was one of those things. It's literally like either NEGA or NEIGA, one of the two.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's like it's one of those connecting words. It's like or like so, kind of a thing. Anyway, so that's a good Kotaku fact. Not exactly very surprised by that.
Shout out to a great soundtrack.
Our
Like,
only
banger
normal
soundtrack.
person on the panel ever.
Damn mine. This guy is doing too much. Anyway, it's been a regular day at work, but on the streaming side, it's been pretty good. I'm real close to monetization.
Let's go.
I think I'm like around 100-ish hours left, and that's good. Been playing Shinobi.
Weren't you at
recently.
200 something hours last Saturday?
Something like that?
I
I
think
think
you
I was
said
actually
that.
like 3 something. If
Oh, that's great, man.
Fire.
So by the
So
next
closing it quick.
SNH, you should have it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's as long as people keep showing up, we're there. Absolutely. Today, grab the book. Where'd it go? Here it is. Today is volume 2 of Pokemon Adventures
Nice.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I like this book. I like this story. The main character is pretty cool. that's my selling point. It's Pokemon. You can expect, Pokemon, but it's a lot more mature because the manga is better than the video games and the anime combined.
People sleep on the manga way too much. I tell people this all the time. Every time I talk about manga, there's like entry level, something that's really easy to get into. I'm like, dude, read the Pokemon Adventures. They're like, Pokemon, really? But I watched the cartoon. And I'm like, dude, it's not even the same. Just read the book.
Check it out. I mean, I was reading I remember the first time I read the first couple chapters, I was probably like 9 or 10, something like that. And I was like, where's the rest of this? I need more of this right here. And it was like when they reintroduced Green, and I had not been able to find it for the longest. Then I forgot to just buy it because I was an adult.
Yeah.
And then here we are now. I got like the whole first few arcs. So that's good.
Hell yeah, man. Cole Classic Cage.
What up, y'all? Another week. Happy to be here as always, man. Ray, chop it up, man. Cold Classic Cage, YouTube, Twitter, Kick, Rumble, all the good stuff.
Did you start Shinobi?
I did, dude. Matter of fact, I need to download it on my Steam Deck before I go to work. Holy fuck.
Gotta make sure you got it on mobile.
Yeah, dude, that'd be a great game to play on Steam Deck. So
I gotta get a Steam Deck for that specific
I
reason.
almost exclusively play platformers on my
Mhm.
Steam Deck. That's what I like, Metroidvanias or games like that. That's what I tend to focus on. It's perfect for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to play those. I like to play Vampire Survivor clones on there. It's all good
Nice.
stuff, man. Yeah, the Steam
So you
Deck.
like it so
There's
far?
just a perfect home for certain things.
You like the game so far?
Dude, it's beautiful. The play control is on point. Very good game so far.
It's fucking sick. Good stuff. Good stuff. I told you would like it. I figured you would.
Hell
But,
yeah.
you know, we don't talk about games we like here, according to people on the internet. so-
Apparently not, right?
Ooh.
We have nothing to look forward to. Blah blah blah.
Should I
so on
should
and
I
so
do a
forth.
retard of the day today? I usually don't do it on. I usually don't
I
do
think
it
you should
on.
do retard of the day because
on
they're funny.
I
SNH.
think you should too.
I think I have a good one. I think you guys know exactly who I'm going to put up to for retard of the day. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's do a retard of the day for SNH. Why not?
And here we are. The fate of the planet is in the hands of a bunch of retards I wouldn't trust with a potato gun.
So have you guys been seeing this on X? I can't respond because I'm banned. Fucking K. Yo, Kata, actually, hold on. Kata gets me banned on X and then doesn't even show up on SH, bro.
That's
My
crazy.
God,
What do you
man.
do?
Damn.
He'd show up at fucking if it was Tuesday night's main event. Just saying. Geeks and Gamers streaming, he'd show up.
Of course he would. He would never tell them no. He would never give them excuse like, "Oh, I can't make it, master." Like, that's never happening. Never happening.
That's crazy. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would give him shit for it, but to be honest with you, I don't know if you saw that live stream that they did at Dragon Con. I mean, he got felted by a hot chick, so it doesn't get any worse than that.
Dude,
yeah.
he fucking took a picture with his Marge Simpsons cosplayer, and she was like a smidge shorter than him. And I was like, oh, this poor bitch.
It was hilarious. He was talking to this girl.
Talk about the Dune girl, right?
The Dune girl, yeah. Talking to this girl. Yeah, bro. And then I was trying to tell him in the chat, I was like, Kata, this is your trans. She's feeling you. Just don't stand up, bro. Just keep saying until you get the number and then you stand up. But he wasn't looking at the chat. So what happens?
Oh man.
Something awkward, like there's an awkward exchange. He stands up.
Can you see the deflation on her face when he stands up?
Yeah, you could. It went from the fuck me eyes to like the get away from me. Anyway,
Call HR eyes.
Yeah, I'm about to call racism. You guys see this person? So
nah,
this was on a thread by somebody called Kenneth CMDR Striker. Tagged me and a bunch of people on Twitter. Nice person. Said the best bunch of common sense. 2025 fighting the good fight. Tagged a bunch of people. Madam Savvy, Grums, myself, Haley, Chibi Reviews, and Demion, Hasmagul, Veridark, Pirate Nation, Smash. Fucked up on the Kata part, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. Says thank you to all. Keep doing what you do. Like, pretty simple. This account is not even that big, bro. 139 followers, and then somehow got 404 likes on this because I'm sure there's a lot of haters on it. But anyway, this particular person, I found this. I'm like, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Right. So it's like furry profile picture, got all the kind of weird shit in all the weird shit in the fucking
all
bio.
the signs of mental illness.
All the signs. Yeah.
What
I'm
the
like,
fuck is arrow gay?
I was just gonna
I don't
say
know.
that. What does that mean?
Wait, what?
I have no idea. But go arrow. I have kiss me, choke me, step me, and want your BB daddy.
Oh, okay. See, you said arrow gay. I thought you were talking about the Japanese word. I was like, okay, I can
Is
translate
this his safe for work profile picture? What's this? Inked Joe? This is the same shit, bro. Anyway, whatever. So
yeah, it's a lot of bullshit. I thought I was about to translate some Japanese or some shit like that. No, it's just some
hold on.
random.
Somebody said aromantic.
Oh, aromantic. That's
aromantic.
Basically, a without romance is what I'm assuming that means.
Wait, so
That's
you're a
fucking
homo,
stupid.
but there's no romance. You know what? Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you're a self gay something. Anyway, so he says the typical things that every profile picture with a furry has. It says those people are nothing but grifters that never actually cared about the games that they're talking about. They never bring up how old games like Guilty Gear or Paper Mario were censored and now blaming the localizers for trails of despite the Japanese devs themselves changing it. So obviously, go ahead. What happened?
I was about to say they do understand that in order to be a grifter, you have to like swindle people, right? Like
They don't know the meaning, bro.
The word means nothing now.
Grifter to them means anybody talking about things I don't like. That's what grifter means to them.
I would also like to call out that this person's they are just objectively wrong because I was talking about the censorship for Resident Evil 5 in 2009 when that goddamn game came out. So just
that's
saying.
why when I sent this in the chat, I was like, I wish I could respond because he's claiming I didn't talk about the Paper Mario censorship, but I did. Which Smash ironically does link his video and my video as well. And here's the part that really pisses me off. This is how I know they're disingenuous and they're retarded. Okay. He says again, you never brought up how much the OG games were censored in the past. Like Vivian was always meant to be trans in the OG release of Paper Mario, or a Testament was always meant to be non-binary in
No.
Guilty Gear, but gets censored in the US. No,
Nope.
that is literally incorrect. Okay.
That's called
So
hitching your wagon to something popular. That's what that is.
that's called putting your Western ideology on Japanese. Like there's a word for it. Okay, it's called Orokonoko. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's how I've always said it.
That is correct.
Vivian was an Orokonoko. That is not a trans person. There is a distinct difference between the two, and this is a Western retard trying to look at something that they think is trans and then saying, well, the developers always meant for it to be trans, but it was censored in the US release originally. No, it wasn't. They were never trans to begin with. They were an Otokonoko. And if you don't know what that is, I can show you on Google, since I have it for the retards out there, okay, to make it a little bit easier for people to understand, okay? An Otokonoko is a Japanese and internet slang for a man with a culturally feminine gender expression, such as a male character who dresses in women's clothing and presents as an attractive young girl. The term is a pun on the word Otokonoko, meaning boy, by replacing the kanji for child with the kanji for daughter, thus translating to male daughter or boy daughter. It refers to a form of cross-dressing and is a genre in Japanese manga, anime, and online communities, and is not necessarily commenting on the gender identity or sexual orientation.
But the issue with that is that the problem with that whole
trans.
No, it doesn't mean trans.
No, it just means a feminine boy, basically. But
my Western brain translate that as trans. That's just
if you were, but that's what they're
Western
doing. If you were to go to any real life person who's like this, and you would ask them, "Are you a boy?" They would say yes. This has been proven on video, where they get approached in real life, and they're like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" They're like, "I'm a boy," you know, and that's how it is, bro.
They're not playing pretend. They're just living their life.
Yeah,
the
literally,
problem with
it's
this
not
whole
fucking
operation with you just reading through that description is that that requires something that they don't have, which is the ability to research. So of course they're not going to actually do anything.
They don't. The thing is, they don't care. They do not care. They
Just
they
not enough-
will do everything and anything to try and really push the validity of their bullshit. That's it.
Right. And this is
I
why
also love the
I've seen
idea
this
they're
argument
like,
so
oh,
many
Guilty
times.
Gear was supposed to be non-binary. Bitch, Guilty Gear came out in 1998. The non-binary wasn't a fucking thing in America, let alone Japan in goddamn 1998. Like,
right. So
really
this is
try.
why, like, every time I see somebody bring this up, I already know, okay, this is somebody who clearly is just ideologically captured. They actually don't know about Japanese culture, and they just want to see Western sensibilities or what they think is Western in Japanese culture. It's not. It's not trans. It's never was, never will be. And this is just how it goes. But the sad thing is that now, when Otokonoko style content comes to the US, the localizers do change it to trans. And that's the big issue, because then what is not meant to be trans in Japanese is being translated to trans in English. And that's going to create people like this that think they know what they're talking about when they fucking don't know what they're talking about. So
isn't that what happened with Viper? The translation made in Street Fighter. The translation made not Viper, Poison in Street Fighter. The translation made Poison
correct.
Like a tranny. That way, it was okay to have him get beat down by dudes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically. So this is pretty much your retard of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It happened recently. I couldn't comment, unfortunately. Kata out here being all fucking depressed. Kata's like, "Oh, you ever been so depressed you can't fap or something like that?" I'm like, "What? Seriously?" So then I told him to chop his fucking shit off and give it to a biological man who could use two of them, because clearly he's not
my
meant to
God.
use the one he has. And the next is like banned immediately. So
It's because I almost commented on that post. Like, I was gonna quote tweet it and roast him. And I was like, nothing I can say will hurt him more than the fact that he actually posted this himself. And
Yeah,
so
that's what I was
just
about to say something. I was about to say something to that effect. It's like, bro, like as a man, it's your job to not tell anybody about your depression, especially on like in like a public setting. Like bottle that shit down and die early. What are you doing?
And if you are going to tell someone about your depression, make it fucking funny. You know, do something
That too, right?
Like
or educational,
pretty much.
You know,
like literally. I don't know how many people need to hear this. As much as it sucks, if you're a man, nobody gives a fuck about your feelings, bro. I just want to make that very clear. You know, other dudes might to an extent, maybe, but like at the bare level, and then they'll tell you stop being a pussy. But other than that, like. Yeah. Don't go on the internet and talk about your feelings because people are not going to fucking care. That's just something that we deal with as men. If you're a woman, you could go online, cry, and you'll have 1,000 people telling you how brave you are. But if you're a dude,
stunning
as well. They're gonna tell you go fuck yourself. Basically,
male friendships like are based around fucking with you when you are depressed. Like there's this clip I think I have saved to my ex because it will always be true. Is of this group of dudes playing Call of Duty together, and one guy goes, "Hey, would you guys be sad if I died?" And one dude's like, "Nope." The other one's like, "Not even for a moment." The other dude's like, "In fact, I'd kill myself." The fourth one's all like, "I'd give you a kiss I'd fuck the girl." Like,
literally,
and they're just.
That's so
Wow.
accurate. That's so
I mean, honestly, I think that really online, if we're like social media related, like if we're content creators, right? I think that it's important to act on the male spectrum of feelings. Either way, like I can't be out here talking about my feelings. You know how many people want to fucking stab the shit out of me, you know, in Minecraft or something? Like, dude, I can't be on here talking about I'm like emotionally compromised. Like there's motherfuckers that wish for me to die and all sorts of stuff every day. Like
they're sharks. They smell blood.
I'm not gonna give these motherfuckers the satisfaction. Shit,
There's
that's
one
of my
To
favorite.
be fair, you don't need to tell everybody you're emotionally compromised. You play Fortnite, we know. Like,
God damn.
You
Dude,
do
one of
kind of
my-
have to be an emo, depressed person to play Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
I guess
One
I
of
got
my favorite
we still
lines.
accept you.
One of my favorite lines is from Clint Eastwood in Heartbreak Ridge. He's like, "Don't give the prick the satisfaction."
There was one
good.
joke. There's one joke I saw floating around online. It was like women basically complimenting other women. Is like the girl's like, "Am I too fat?" She's like, "No, girl, no, not at all. You're beautiful." Blah blah blah.
Matter of fact,
And-
eat some more, you fat bitch. Like,
Basically.
how that goes.
And then like the guys are like, and the guy's like, "Hey guys, hey, am I fat?" And the dude's like, "I know 5 fat guys and you're 4 of them." That shit had me dying.
That's great.
Yo, god
Yep.
damn.
But that's why, like, that level of honesty will usually always lead to improvement. Usually, instead of the whole like, "Oh, protect your feelings." No. Fuck that. Anyway, let's get into the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck it. We did a retard of the day on SNH. Why not? I kind of couldn't skip that because that was just too easy. That was too easy. Let's go.
Money, print money, cash, money,
wealth,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
money, wealth,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, Superchat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Let's go.
That's catchy as hell.
It is catchy as hell. That is Will's legacy. We got Captain Killer Guns with a 5K to Atreus going full on steers and queers at DragonCon. Senor Peach Cowboy and his pimp. Hope somebody getting their knob slobbed. Hail SNH. Or maybe they're the ones giving knob slobbing. I
I
don't
was
know.
about to say somebody is.
Apparently they're too busy to hang out, so I don't really know what it is. Old Man Cad dropping a 10 membership banger. Shout out to Old Man Cad. And then we got Paul fucking Q matching it with another 10 membership. Shout out to Paul Q. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Dragon Master with a 5. I should have known better than to be hyped for Delta, especially after what they did to Kojima and them going down the woke path. Fuck Konami.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. That might be the first topic. Either that or Resident Evil. Lenny Hondo, 149 super sticker with a insane profile picture. Shout out to Lenny Hondo. Lucifer Morningwood with the 5 memberships. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Fucking legend. Old Man Cat doing it again. I guess he might be unsupervised with the 5 memberships. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. Angelo Lopez with a 5. Hey, guys. So Microsoft got us Take Us North. Then Steam should give us Ice Patrol, Annihilation, a DLC, Doge, Big Balls Protocol. That's crazy. Shout out to Angelo Lopez. Thank you so much. Mr. Vegeta with a 2. Hypno Discord pick forwarded to you. Yeah, I saw it, but I'm not going to give this bitch the attention aside from the song. So I'm not going to show it because I know she's here watching. So shout out to her. Sammy 3-Pete with 199. Welcome to the club. Sheep. The White Club. The White Club. The White Club. Trey Burkhalter with a 10. So Smash is not here. So you mean people will be able to finish their thought without interruption?
Hold on.
Here to those who can actually finish games. Shout out to Trey Burkhalter. What a legendary comment, bro. Thank you for that. Bud with the 20 memberships. Crazy. Thank you, Bud. Fucking badass, bro. I appreciate you, man. Ali Kusanagi with the 1 hypnotic membership. Thank you, Ali Kusanagi. Appreciate you. Beautiful Mega with a 2. Kata, the Trey is too busy at the Atlanta Diddy party tonight. You know what's crazy?
True.
If they, if they had good graces, I would defend them. But you know what? You're right.
But you know what? Because of that,
they were actually at a Diddy party. 100%. Yep. They were actually the hosts. How about that? Crazy. Ben with a 5 says, want to know what you guys think about the BL4 Endgame. So much to look at. Send me Outback. I might be getting hyped. Oh, hey, sheep. So we're actually going to take a look at that. I have the roadmap. I think if you're talking about the Borderlands 4 roadmap, I have it. We're going to take a look at it. So you just wait for that topic. We'll talk about it. We got Snooty Mims with a 20 over on Rumble. Hail Mr. 100K and his distinguished panel. Everyone have a great and safe Labor Day weekend, including our neighbors up north. I don't know. I can't read that. Hail Mighty Rumble chat. Shout out to Snooty Mims. Thank you so much, brother. And then he gives 1 membership right after that. Thank you. Sir Loins with $1. Real life fake wizard is looking awfully like real life grand wizard tonight. Respect. I'm telling you, man, he's super white today.
Extremely.
And that actually, hold on. No, wait, we got one more. Debo with a 5. When I want to call a family meeting, I just turn off the Wi-Fi and wait for them all to gather.
There you go. That's diabolical, though.
It's pretty smart, actually. I can't lie.
They can't pause Elden Ring.
Well, yeah, there's that.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, catches us all up on the pre-stream legends. Quick and efficient. Really quick, guys, on the panel as well. If you ever get gifted games, let me know. If you want to shout anybody out, you're more than welcome to.
I actually just got gifted a game.
because I'm going to go over gifted games right now. So we'll go over. Let me showcase the gifted games quickly, and then you guys could shout out if you've gotten any gifted games throughout the stream. We got P Drake says, I met a very famous oh my god, let me say it again. I met a very famous Asian gamer today. His name was Lo Ping. And then he gifted Strange Brigade. Shout out to P Drake, man. Thank you so much. Another one. How do you tell a gamer from a car mechanic? Ask them what HP means. You know what? That's fair.
True.
That's fair. I can't even hate that. Zombie Army 4 Dead War. Shout out to fucking P Drake, man. This motherfucker got me the second one, bro. I think he's the one that gifted me the first one yesterday.
He just
Crazy Ed. Oh, did he? That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
After you probe all people in the first game, you can continue probing them in the second game. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy Ed, bro. Destroy all humans to reprobe. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Fucking no hearts left. Spick that plays with Pixie Stick. Alyssa, go be like Kanye and suck your cousin's dick.
God damn.
Holy shit.
Holy
shit.
shit.
And then he gifted the Lego Harry Potter. How do you give something so cozy and wholesome and then leave a comment like, go suck your cousin's dick? That's crazy, bro. That is some diabolical shit. Shout out to
that game slaps, though.
No hearts left. And then he decided to give Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. Now, I appreciate this. I really do. And I'll check it out. I just out of curiosity. But this game, I purposely didn't play out of like just I didn't play because of the existence of this game, right? So Harry Potter's Quidditch Champions is literally content taken out of Hogwarts Legacy and resold as a separate game.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
they were
I
supposed
thought
to
it
have
was just a sequel to the Quidditch game back in the Xbox back in the day because it was better.
no. This fucking shit was supposed they were supposed to have Quidditch in Hogwarts Legacy. They were supposed to have it in Hogwarts Legacy, and they took it out. And you know they took it out because if you play Hogwarts Legacy, and you go to the Quidditch arena, you'll realize like all the NPCs are gone. There's one NPC that's there, and I forgot exactly what he says, but he says something along the lines of Quidditch will come at some point in the future, and then that's it. Like right now, they're setting up the arena or something like that, and then that's basically it. So they took it out, and they fucking sold it as a multiplayer game. So they could go fuck themselves. But I will try it since you gifted it out of curiosity. But that's why I didn't play this game at launch because otherwise I would have. I love Harry Potter. So, but in any case, it is what it is.
I want to give
Anybody
a shout
got gifted
to Fear
games?
the Clown. It was yesterday, the day before, but Fear the Clown gifted me a game as well. So yeah, Matt, shout out. Thank you, Fear the Clown.
That's Angmar WK, fucking legend, bro.
Oh, nice.
Human remaster 1 and 2 are phenomenal.
Wait, what?
I saw you got gifted Destroy All Humans 2.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is phenomenal.
Yeah, I got to play him. And Sheep, you said you got gifted Destroy All
Yeah,
Humans?
that's same game.
Nice.
Very nice.
I'm Crazy Ed as well. So there we go.
Shout out to Crazy Ed, man, holding it down, bro.
Mhm.
Look at this fucking guy, really quick. Hypno's dog with a 5 bubbles is gone. Heard his booty can sing. Maybe drinking all the baby oil helps. Throws banana. Hopefully he doesn't fall down that hole if you know.
God,
man.
Wow.
You know, this account is insane. I just want to throw that out there. Breezy Stratton with a 10. Since you in the chat are funny as fuck, I want to give $10. And my daughter wanted to say, that's right.
That's
Shout out.
right. That's right.
Appreciate that, Breezy. Thank you. And James Opp with a 5. You missed a retard of the day. Everyone thinking Trump was RIP. No, that's not retarded. That's just fucking brain rot, bro.
Yeah.
That's Twitter brain rot.
That's mental illness.
If you believe Trump was dead, bro, you fell for the fucking bait from the Indian scammers that are making that shit go viral, trying to get their payday on Twitter. You fucking idiots, bro.
It's not even necessarily that. It's more so like the people that wanted him to be dead. It's like,
right.
Y'all are fucking so mentally deranged. Like that does nothing for you. As much as you
not
would
only
think
that
otherwise.
though,
Yeah.
not only mentally deranged, but they're too retarded to even like do a moment of fact check. Like, guys, if homie was actually dead, everyone's YouTube feed and their news feed, you would have gotten alerts to your fucking phones.
Yep.
Like,
For sure.
There would have been like a national emergency. You would have heard about it immediately on mainstream news.
mhm.
Yep.
They
I
would
remember
love to.
hearing about Michael Jackson's death within an hour of it happening. You think we're not going to hear about fucking Trump's? Like, come on now.
They would love to run the story. Like,
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
Oh,
You
yeah.
mean to tell me every fucking mainstream lefty establishment wouldn't love to run the fucking story immediately? Bro, oh my god, they'd be running it nonstop. So that's how I knew that shit was not true.
The finger
On
was
top
on
of
his
the
hand
obvious
the
nature of
entire
Big Man should
time.
have taken office because, you know, he's the vice president, which would have been arguably better. So, like, these people would just be celebrating for an even, you know, more anti all the shit they stand for dude taking power.
Yeah, they
Pretty
don't
much.
care about that. It's just all selfishness, selfish hatred, really.
100%. All right, let's get into the content. We are fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys so much again. The support is wild. We will catch up on all the super chats after the first couple of topics. Pandanotic for 2 months. So does that mean Kada? Does that make Kada a sad panda? This fucking guy, bro. Ben with a 2. Check your DMs. I don't know if you're gonna go in depth though. Probably not super in depth about Borderlands 4, but we'll see. Let me get to that segment.
God.
But in the meantime, let's start with Metal Gear. Let's start with Metal Gear because I think we'll talk about Resident Evil longer. So Metal Gear Solid Delta came out. People have had their thoughts on it. They've had their complaints. They've had their praises. It's actually doing pretty good in terms of user reviews and also critic reviews, if you care about critic reviews. But there's one thing in particular that is fucking hilarious. And this is not the first time something like this has happened. But if you guys haven't seen the collector's edition for Metal Gear Solid Delta, is there anybody in the panel that hasn't seen it?
I haven't
Not
seen
until
it.
your
I
show
haven't.
last night. I hadn't.
I'm behind on all the Metal Gear stuff.
So pretty much everybody except Leon has not seen what I'm about to show.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
That's what I mean. Everybody except
Yeah, that's
Leon.
crazy.
Leon's the only one that saw it. Everybody else hasn't seen it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Metal Gear Solid Delta Collector's Edition came officially released, and it's a $200 edition, right? Shockingly comes with the game, according to one of my chatters. So that shocked me.
Whoa.
Comes with the game, physical disc and everything. Very shocked. So there's that. I want to mention that. Apparently, it came with a terrarium. It's like a diorama of Naked Snake getting a phone call, like not a phone call, but like a fucking comms call, and it's just an iconic cutscene that's getting replayed in the diorama, and they set it all up and all that shit. So, people expected that Naked Snake would be Snake, like it would actually look like Snake. But in actuality, what they got for, and keep in mind, what they got for $200 was that.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Quality.
Oh, kind of like if Tectone grew hair.
What do we think? Yeah, that's like Tectone, actually. What are we thinking? First thoughts? Cassie's dumbfounded.
It looks worse, so I ended up getting the collector's edition for Days Gone back in the day. And it also is a diorama type of thing where Deacon it's basically a recreation of the cover of the game. And Deacon is like sitting against his motorcycle.
Okay.
And it's awful. It's one of those collector's editions where it's way cheaper than this, thankfully. But it stays in another room in the closet for good reason. It's not something worth displaying at all. That somehow looks better than this, shockingly.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, it's not, to be fair, it's not a big figure. That's obviously not an excuse for not having detail, but
yeah.
Somebody in the chat, bro, you can literally, hold on. Somebody in the chat yesterday said it perfectly, but I just realized this in this picture. Bro, his beard is literally fading off.
Yep.
It's not
It's giving dollar store Jesus
this
action
right here.
figure.
This is a tiny figure, right? But look at the detail comparatively. Hold on, it's in the light.
I know, I can
You
see- I
got
can see it.
actual crinkles on the gi, like Goku's eyes are completely colored in and whatnot. This again, size of this.
Oh,
is smaller than my
the
hand.
weird thing about that figure is that it's supposed to be adult Goku and baby Gohan, but that kind of looks like Kid Goku.
Yeah,
with baby
that
Gohan.
should be savage. The point is, like,
Yeah.
quality of that, and that was like, I don't know, $12 or something. Like maybe not even
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's what I said yesterday. I'm like, this figure is so bad that keep in mind again, $200 for me. I can go to a con and go to like a Chinese fucking hold on, what's Sheep showing? What is
So this I got with the Soul Calibur 5.
That's Sofitia, right?
Limited edition. Yeah. Like look at
That's
of
amazing.
course I'm gonna bring it in. Look at
Yeah,
that.
bring it in
detail.
right there. Yep.
That's
right there.
phenomenal.
Don't move there. Yep, that's good.
This guy. That's great. There's also detail on the pantsuit, and I'm not gonna show that. But
You sure?
yeah. I'm looking
Okay.
at it. I can see it.
I'm sure you look at it often.
No, actually it's in this box more times than often. But this came with the
That's
fucking
nice.
with the limited edition. And
Yeah.
this is like some quality level shit. Like they actually tried with this shit. But like what the fuck
Yeah.
are they doing nowadays?
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is I feel like I could go to a con and go to like one of those Chinese booths that always sells figures at cons, and
Yeah.
they always have like the 2 for 50 whatever deal, and you could get way bigger figure that's way more detailed, way nicer. But then of course people are gonna be like, well, what about the diorama? What about that? Well, apparently,
This is the part that's the most outrageous to me, mind you, but I'll let you cook.
this setup, so the moss and the grass that is in this setup, it's not even attached to the diorama. It's not attached when you get it, and they don't give you the ability to actually attach it. They don't give you like there's no predetermined holes for it. There's nothing. apparently people have to glue it in order for it to be attached. So this you're seeing right now was glued by the person who bought the collector's
Oh my god.
edition. So this shit is all a part.
Do it yourself.
It's a DIY, yeah.
Which wouldn't be a big deal.
Oh,
As
that's
someone
sexy.
who
Wait,
has
what is
built
that?
my share
Let's
of
play the
models and
game.
whatnot.
Which looks more depressing, Deacon or Snake? Yeah.
Bro, how does that actually looks decent compared to this? That's crazy.
Dude, his face like looks like dead inside, like absolutely 1% dead. Honestly, the
crazy.
best part of this like thing is actually his motorcycle. His motorcycle has all the detail. His
It
face
looks
has
good, yeah.
nada.
Yeah,
That shit
they
looks
definitely did good
ass.
with the bike.
I don't want to display it because Deacon looks awful.
Oh, maybe you were too mean to it now, considering what you're
Yeah,
saying
I
here.
mean, yeah, this is an improvement. I paid way less for that collector's edition.
So somebody said in the chat yesterday, they were like, "This looks like something you would get out of a Konami pachinko machine." And now
my
that I
God.
heard that, I was like, "Dude, you are actually probably spot on. This is probably what you would get if you were to go into one of those, like, you turn and get one of those fake figures kind of a thing,
dollar
like
store.
pachinko style machines. Yeah, like you. This is exactly what you would get. It's actually fucking unbelievable. Not even his outfit and gear is realistic looking or detailed at all. Like the whole thing is super smudged, super fucking basic. I don't know who this is, bro. Somebody says this looks like I Am Alex. That's crazy. But this shit is wild. And like I said,
Oh no, it's Alex.
Oh no, it's Alex. Yeah. And then
That's
this
crazy.
this is, look at this, bro. Like you could literally see his skin. You can see his fucking skin. Like they didn't even fucking color in the goddamn beard. There was no
Bruh.
effort made in this whatsoever.
I
and for
remember
$200.
going. I remember going to the 99-cent store as a kid when those existed, right? And
Yeah.
I picked up these knockoff. They were like little tiny Dragon Ball figures, and funny enough, Goku was black. Like this is before Goku Black. No, they actually made a black man go. It was like Goku, just completely, except he was black. That had more detail than this.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
So I've got collector's editions coming. Should be November. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. It got delayed because like Sega did this thing where it was only through limited run games. I hate limited run games, but I had to get it.
Hold on. Wait. Wizard, what the fuck is this?
Oh, I found the real Solid Snake, the real figure.
What the fuck? What is this? Why is it not working? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, here
Bro,
it
what
is.
the fuck is this? Oh my god, this has more
It's
detail
Dollar Store
than fucking
Jesus
Solid Snake.
with more
It's me.
detail than the $200 Solid Snake.
Yes.
It actually looks equivalent, like as if they got it from the same manufacturer. That's the sad part.
Look at
Holy
the
fuck, dude.
hands.
That's crazy, bro. Leon, what's this?
This,
Oh,
I
nice.
ordered,
I saw
I
this.
ordered this when the game was first announced. The only option Sega had, like if you went to the Sega website, it would direct you to the limited. I hate going through limited run games, but like I'm stoked for this. When this comes, I think I'm gonna do like an unboxing video and everything because you've got like statues on the Dreamcast. Like this, by the way, I think was
Yeah.
$200. This seems way more worth.
That
way more
is
worth. You get
definitely $200
You get
worth.
you get art book, you get the steel book, you've got the little
Different
shoe
shoes.
keychains. Like the soundtrack looks like a Dreamcast
Yeah.
disc
That's sick.
Fire.
like this is a $200. This to me was worth it.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
that's
was a
fair.
good pickup. But whatever the fuck this is, yeah, I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
fucking shameful.
Again,
Disgusting.
just to reiterate, this is a $200 collector's edition, and according to people, there was one or two people in my chat yesterday that said they had it. One of them, by the way, was like, "Oh, I gotta go check it." Now that you mentioned, I was like, "Did you not open it?" He's like, "I only played the game." So they bought the collectors and they only played the game. So you didn't even look to see the fucking item. Anyway, it's fine. Shit happens. So
Well, but back to the diorama, like as someone who's purchased models, built them, not just like Gundams, model cars, the whole nine. They always come with instruction booklets, and it's about 50-50 on whether it comes with your own glue because you need to get like special modeling glue when you do shit like this, right? And so some of the ones come with it, others don't. It is insane that this didn't even have instructions for how to put this together. That is, I've never seen a model not do that.
yeah, nothing at all. Just people having to figure it out themselves. It's fucking sad, bro. It really is. And And people are saying like you can't really tell in the picture, but the moss and the grass, they're like it feels terrible. Like it doesn't feel like it literally feels like shit. It's awfully made all together. The only thing they really said was decent was the tree, because the tree is part of the actual base, but that's essentially it. So, and what makes it even worse is like this thing is in a glass fucking casing, so you have to look at it every day, and that's why his face is down. That's why they made his face down, because they don't looking at his face, bro. The moment you look at his face, is like derp snake. It's terrible. I don't know what they were thinking here, but
they were thinking, how do we save cost effective?
Crazy, man.
The plebs
Here's
are
the
going to
sad
buy it.
thing. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're gonna get away with it, right? They're absolutely gonna get away with it because people, when it comes to collector's edition, people buy them in the hopes to resell a lot of the time too. So this stuff usually ends up getting sold, no matter what. I can't think of any recent collectors that didn't sell. Even though
It's
they
amazing.
got, you know,
Kojima will go millions of dollars over budget to entirely redo sound design for the game and whatnot, but they can't get a fucking statue right.
Yeah.
well, because this is not Kojima. That's the problem.
Right.
You
I
this
know.
is-
I just think it's funny.
I actually would love to know his thoughts on this, to be honest with you. Like how much could it have really cost for them to get a decent, highly detailed, smaller figure, by the way? We're talking about a tiny figure. This is not a big figure. Okay, this is like literally smaller than your kid Goku or your Goku.
Wait,
grown
really?
adult.
It was smaller than that?
This shit can fit in the palm of your
tiny.
hand. It's tiny.
It's really small.
Damn.
Yeah, so this couldn't have cost much money. What we're looking at right now is maybe 50 cents to make this with this level of detail. This is nothing. This is
Bro,
a fucking like,
Amiibo have better detail than this shit.
Absolutely. I have a few of them.
so like, what are we doing? You know, and I guess it's like what Wizard said. They know they're gonna sell them. They know people are gonna buy them. You already got people trying to scalp this. You know, that's what I covered yesterday. There's people trying to scalp this for $100 to $125 over the MSRP, like around $325.
This is
People
shit that makes
already-
me so black-pilled on like physical media.
Yeah,
I have not bought any collector's editions this generation that I can think of. Because most of them don't even come with a disc. All because of these fucking bullshit ass digital consoles. And then looking at this kind of shit, it's just so it's really disheartening. It's like, this is why I'm abandoning consoles and don't even give a fuck anymore.
Well,
Something-
so Kat, the last physical like collector's edition that I bought up until the Sonic one was the Persona 5 Royal one, which was a great collector's edition. But then the Resident Evil 4 remake one was announced. It had like this dope ass high quality Leon statue. I was like, all right, I'm pre-ordering this. I was stoked. I pre-ordered it through GameStop because I want to be able to physically pick it up, look at it the whole
Oh,
night.
your shit got canned?
And that, dude, a
Yeah.
month before release. So I'd already put all the money in and whatnot. Of course, they were funding me. But GameStop's like, yep, no GameStop's the world over are going to do the ultimate deluxe version of Resident Evil 4 Remake. We are canceling it. And I was like,
God, I
then
remember
what's the fucking
that.
point? I just get the game goddamn digitally. So I canceled my entire physical pre-order through GameStop and just bought the fucking game on Steam.
Yeah,
the only reason
my
I was doing
friend-
it physical was for the statue.
Yeah, my friend was lucky on that. He's gotten every Resident Evil physical like collector's edition release, and he would always buy it through Capcom themselves. They had shipped from Capcom, so that's the reason why he got the Resident Evil 4 one. But he got the Resident Evil 3 one, the Resident Evil 2 one.
Nice.
Yeah, he got them all so far.
I don't think something like this would have flown back in the day. Like if you release a collector's this expensive,
No.
Because $200 is not cheap, and you selling some shit like this, bro, people would have
I will
lost their
say
shit.
this: the level of standard in terms of like money for collector's editions now, it seems as though most of the asking price starts at $250 or above now. Sad to say, back last generation, especially earlier generation, you could pay for a really cheap ass collector's
Like
edition and get
120.
something nice. And 200 was like max. And then if you got
Right.
200, you were glazed by what the companies gave you.
Matter of fact,
Well,
Capcom
the
had
Resident Evil 6 collector's edition was $1,000, and the big sell was that it came with a complete like wearable replica of Leon's jacket, like real leather and everything.
Mm,
So even though I was like, I
Fucking-
spend $1,000 for a fucking leather
Yeah.
jacket,
Capcom.
but
Capcom, when they released MVCI, they had that collector's edition. It came with Mega Man, Iron Man, Chun-Li, and Captain Marvel as like connectable statues. And then you also had like the steel book and the game case, obviously like the regular plastic game case and the game itself. That shit was like $200. What the hell is this shit?
Yeah, bro. I remember
did
buying
the $80 collector's edition of that. That was just the steel book and like some image and like some art and whatnot. And then the game fucking sucked, so I just gave it to my buddy. I was like, dude, this game is ass. I just gave it to my buddy.
Wizard, what is that? Gears of War?
This is the Gears 3 mid-tier collector's edition. This was $79.99. Now the higher end came with this big ass statue. So it was this whole box and then the big ass statue. This is heavy as shit. This is the that's actual iron. Metal from the game, and on it has the code, the DLC code on it, engraved in it. They don't make shit like this anymore.
No, they don't try.
This was $80 for this whole thing, and there's a ton of shit in here. There's a flag in here.
Now they want $80
actually
just for
from the game. Yeah.
Welcome to shrinkflation, fam.
Right.
That's a real thing.
There's like maps and shit, and like photo cards that are like signed by the characters and shit. It's pretty cool.
So it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. Let me ask a question. So, obviously this apparently this collectors gave you the game. Most of these $200 collectors aren't even giving you the game anymore. Do you think that they would have gave you a better figure if they could have skipped out on the game? Or do you think it would have just been cheaper and they give you the same shit?
It would have been the same shit. They don't
care.
The same shit. It's free money. I mean, it costs not even a nickel to make that to make that snake toy.
Oh shit.
$150 MSRP Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 statue. Insane fucking detail.
It has crazy quality on that thing.
Crazy fucking detail. One of the best collector's editions I've ever gotten. Goku looks out fucking standing from head to toe.
Hold on, we need a holy shit. Hold on, that's just
holy shit.
Yeah, $150. It was a must get.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Damn,
I had that one too.
Everybody got cool figures, and I'm over here with nothing. Crazy. That's not true. I got like 170 on them, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever this is truly unacceptable. But I'm also, in
at least
reality,
the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm also in reality, and I understand that unfortunately these things will be bought, even if the fans are like, "Fuck it, I don't want it." The scalpers are gonna buy it and then try to resell it, not realizing what they're doing. So regardless, it gets sold, to Konami. So fucking
honestly,
suck.
I'm old now. All right, I'm 32 years old.
Old
I'm tired. I know,
Sorry.
but I'm tired of buying like fucking additions or like special shit just to get like little fucking trinkets. Like, no, if you're gonna sell me a collector's edition, just put a fucking bomb ass big motherfucking statue in there. Something sexy.
That's where I'm at.
Like, please don't give me little bullshit ass trinkets. Like, I'm over that shit. All right, I'm too old to lug around like a bunch of little bullshit. Like, it was cute 15 years ago getting like one of those boxes that came with a bunch of bullshit in it. I forget what they call those, loot boxes or whatever. Yeah, that was cute 15 years ago. Guess what? Most people threw all that shit out in the garbage.
True.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I hate when they do. No, I was gonna say those little like trinkets and shit, like keychains or whatever. Like I'm okay with that if it's additive to something major. Like I don't want that to be the only thing in a supposed collector's.
Exactly. That's why, like the Sonic thing I showed off, if it didn't have that giant statue of Sonic and Shadow on the Dreamcast, I wouldn't buy. Like the keychains, the music CD, and whatnot. Those are all extras. I want that fucking statue of them standing on the Dreamcast, my favorite fucking console. Like that's the sell.
Yeah.
I'm okay with like the small little trinket. For example, I got the Majora's Mask on 3DS, but I pre-ordered it, and a pre-order bonus is that like you get the pin, like the pin of the Majora's Mask. It's like I don't know if it's steel or what kind of metal it is, but it's pretty cool. I like it, and that's just a pre-order. You're not paying anything extra for that, so I appreciate stuff like that.
One of my favorite collector's edition items that I have, I never actually showed anyone, and I never opened. It is a Harry Potter full 4K, like 20 some odd disc collector set, and the steel books are inside of the Hogwarts Express. You get an actual Hogwarts Express train.
Oh, that's sick.
And the steel books are inside the train, and it's like a
Wow.
super fairly detailed. It was like almost $300, fairly detailed Hogwarts Express train. So it was fucking cool. But I never opened it. It's still inside of its box. So, but shit like that is like, if you're gonna do a collector's, do it right. And this is just like, bro, you clearly are doing minimum effort to try to do maximum gain. And I get it, you're a corporation, that's what you're gonna do. I understand. But to do something like this so blatant, you deserve all the shame. This shit is fucking terrible. Look at this fucking shill in here, man. You and Wizard will get along great. Epic Mike says, I got a bomb ass coin for free when I got my Switch too. That's all he's been talking about in the chat. He's probably wearing a Snorlax outfit. How's that Griff going, huh? How's that Snorlax outfit? Oh, I'm sorry. You do it for free. You make fun of me for wearing cat girl ears, and it's by tier 2, and you over here giving it up for free. Yeah. Ho. Anyway, shout out to Epic Mike, man. Love you, bro. I can't believe I fucking went into a stream last night and I saw the blackest Snorlax I've ever seen. I was like, when did they race swap Snorlax? And I was like, there's no way.
It's shiny. He's a shiny Snorlax.
If you're shiny, you're not black. You would look like this.
Shiny Snorlax black. Hold on.
He looks like a shiny Pokemon. It's so fucking
I
bright.
think shiny Snorlax is pink. Like a
no, shiny Snorlax is a brighter
Mike,
oh, that's right, a brighter green.
If you weren't busy, Epic Mike, I'd say come on the stream. You could crash out live with us, but I don't know if you're busy. If you're not busy, let me know. I'll send you a link. But yeah, this shit is stupid. Anyway, let's move on really quick. Can we go over this really fast? So
yeah, especially Epic Mike, come on when we talk about Resident Evil, since you're a pussy ass bitch, you can't play Resident Evil that's screaming like a child.
I saw that.
Not even the scary ones.
Whoa.
Not even the scary ones. The fucking lame ass ones like Resident Evil 4 remake.
I saw that. And then he tries to like do it in the dark and shit. So this is the Borderlands 4 first few months. And you got to remember, they put a little asterisk, and that's the first few months, in case it's not the first. But apparently, this is their roadmap. Now, I would like to translate this from roadmap to cut content, but that's just me anyway. So if we look at their roadmap, Q4 of 2025, they said it's going to launch on September 12th, and then free content seasonal mini event. Horrors of Kairos, new legendary weapons, cosmetics, weather variant. Bounty Pack 1, new missions and boss, new legendary gear, vault card with 24 cosmetics, 4 pieces of rerollable gear, 1 Vault Hunter style, 1 Echo 4 drone skin, 1 vehicle. Included in the deluxe and super deluxe edition. So this is the first thing they're selling. And then free content, invincible boss, high level boss, variant and arena, new weapons, additional ultimate Vault Hunter, and then Bounty Pack 2. So within the first, when's it come out? September 12th. So within the first, what would you say, 4 months, they're gonna have 2 paid DLCs. Two paid DLCs that are probably gonna cost, what would you say, $15.99, $20 bucks maybe?
Between $15 and $25.
Probably $20, right? It's crazy. New missions and boss, new legendary gear.
You could always get the season pass.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's what people are looking for. New legendary gear. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. 3 DLCs, because you got Bounty Pack 2, and then you got Story Pack 1, Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned. And this is only included in the Super Deluxe Edition of Borderlands 4. It is not included in the Standard Deluxe. What's even more interesting is that Bounty Pack 1 is included in the Deluxe and Super Deluxe, but I don't see anything about Bounty Pack 2 being included in either Deluxes. You guys notice that it's not here? It's here. It's here on this one, but it's not here on this one.
But Hypno, they lowered the price back down to 70 from 80. Come on, it's a bargain, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
We're just grifting on the news here.
I'm an asshole. I'm talking about games I don't care about. I'm sorry.
Leon, I can't even lean into the sarcasm with you, bro. This shit is garbage.
I've never played Borderlands ever. I'm sorry. I apologize. So what's interesting is that people are complaining about the fact that Story Pack 1 or whatever with 3 asterisks, by the way, which is crazy. They want to make sure you see that. So that you go to the bottom and see included in Super Deluxe. But anyway, Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Dam. So this is going to be a paywalled Vault Hunter, which is what people are, having a little bit of an issue with.
I think you're missing the big takeaway here. Story Pack 1 implies there's also going to be a 2, possibly a 3, so even more paid content.
No, I was going to get to that.
Okay.
Jumping the gun.
So they give you new Vault Hunter, new main story missions, new map zone, new side missions, new gear. Bro, I really hope that people could see through this and understand that this was cut content. Like, I really do hope, because I know there's shills out there. They're going to be like, look at all this planned content. Oh my God, they're going to be supporting the game for XYZ time.
They're basically pissing your face right now and telling you, hey, we're pissing your face, but we're going to say it's rain. Like, they tell you story content, story pack. This shit should have been in the
pissing
fucking
in your
game.
face and calling it rain is a joke Borderlands would actually do in games. So that's pretty par for the course.
They really would.
Stop giving them the leeway, even in a sarcastic way, Leon.
And
Motherfucker.
not only that, Leon, I mean, look, you could see bounty packs 3 and 4 on the right. Story pack 2, invincible bosses.
Oh, God
and
damn it. Yeah, I didn't see
more.
that.
There you go.
But this is the reason why they do this is they cut the content so that for 2 reasons. 1, they could sell it to you and make way more money. And number 2, it gives them the time to actually work on the real extra content that they haven't worked on yet, or that they're currently working on but can't finish. Right. So that's what this is on the right. This on the right is what they're working on right now. This on the left is shit they already have done. They had it done when the game was made, and they just cut it and they're selling it to you. That's all they're doing. So again, people complain about this. I understand. I get it. But we've been seeing this for I don't even know how long now. At this point, and you just gotta laugh at it, bro. That's really what it is. You gotta laugh at it.
You can think of that you think wasn't like cut content.
Legends
that wasn't cut content.
Legends from Ghost of Tsushima.
That wasn't cut content. That's a good fucking question, bro. To be honest with you.
I had to reach back in the vault. I'm thinking like, I don't know, the Fallout 3 DLC.
The Witcher 3.
I don't. But Witcher 3 actually had a lot of their DLCs free though.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I don't really buy DLCs. If it wasn't for people gifting it to me, I don't buy them. Because the thing is, like, I'm the kind of person, when I finish the game, very rarely am I ever going to go back to play a DLC. That's just, I've already moved on to whatever other game I'm playing. So that's why me personally, like, DLCs. The only DLCs I ever really took part in history were, I guess you could call, expansion packs in MMORPGs. That's basically it. Because those kind of games, you don't ever finish them. They're not, they're a consistent, they're a consistent thing. They're a consistent world. So that's different. But in terms of like a point A to point Z game, and it's a single player finishing game, very rarely am I ever going to go back, maybe a fighting game, but I don't play fighting games that often anymore. And I know modern day fighting games have a fuck ton of DLC. So I can understand people buying characters or whatever now. I mean, I don't understand, but I'm just saying I get like that could be a lot of DLCs people would buy, but I mean, that's really
like fighting games the exception I give as well. Because like take something like Dragon Ball Fighters or Smash Bros or whatnot. Like there's characters that I probably won't play as in DLC, but if I'm hosting like a fight night party with my homies, maybe they like on their I use Sephiroth. I was like, well, I don't fucking play Sephiroth, but if you're coming to my place, we playing on my Switch. I want to make sure you've got your main, your character, so it can be a fair fight. So yeah, I buy the fighting game character DLCs. But that's more to make it easier on others.
Yeah, but that's also party games. Like I feel like that's different than like the Alan Wake deal, like Alan Wake 2 DLCs,
right.
Like who's buying that, or who's legitimately buying
one, or the original.
Fair enough. And FBC Firebreak, no one has covered, and that game came out, and we totally missed it. That was a pretty expensive game.
I covered it.
Talking about Dragon Ball, like Xenoverse constantly puts out updates in reference to like the current.
You know what? Good point. Xenoverse 2 is a good answer.
Like they're putting super content in the game. The game's been out for like almost a decade now.
Damn.
Felt it by Mike, bro.
He won't come on to defend his position against Resident Evil, so whatever. I'm good.
He won't come on. He's too busy, like the other black people that didn't show up. It's fine. So apparently this supposedly has more details, according to Ben in the chat. I'm trying to find where the more details. Story packs
like-
with new Vault Hunters and new story scenarios. So they're going to be basically paywalling all, the Vault Hunters essentially. Very interesting. Very interesting. Bounty packs with new missions, legendary gear. Apparently, in addition to the paid content, we're thrilled to be bringing plenty of free content to all players. Yeah, this is gonna be like 1% of the content. Invincible bosses, weekly challenges, pearlescent rarity, a new loot tier above legendary. Pearlescents are coming back to Borderlands 4 with plans to add them as a free update to all players alongside Bounty Pack 2 in Q1 2026. Asterisk. I'm sure, like, if you scroll down,
It's not a new loot tier then if it's coming back. That would imply it's been there before.
Listen, man, I'm just reading what it says, okay? Don't yell at me. Pearlescent gear drops will be incredibly difficult to find, but their power level will match their coveted rarity. Let's see. Endgame with all. I mean, to be fair, it seems like they are trying to go all in with this. They're trying to maximize as much profits as they can with this. I know, and I've said this many times, Borderlands obviously is decently popular. I think Borderlands 3 sold as well as it did and as fast as it did because of the hype from 2. If it wasn't from the hype from 2, I don't think 3 would have sold on its own merit as much as it did. Because now what's going to happen is people are going to have Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina's in their minds when they're buying Borderlands 4. I don't know if you're going to have the same level of response
bro.
with this
I'm
one.
convinced Borderlands fans are the biggest Randy Pitchford fucking Glazers, dick eaters. Y'all just love getting bent by that fucking weirdo, man. I don't know what to say.
The fans didn't show up to the movie last year, Cass. It was one of the biggest flops of literally all time. So
because they can't play it. If they could play it, they would fucking buy it. I promise you that, man.
Being real,
there are
they're
people.
probably the only ones that saw it.
There's so many people I know that understand that they're getting fucked, and they're just saying, "I have to," though. So it's like, all right, dog.
You think do you think it's FOMO because it's like a co-op game? They want to play with their friends, like.
Dude,
I think it's a pride thing.
How often does this shit come out, bro? It's been a while since 3.
It's been a while, yeah.
I don't like
Nobody
maybe-
fucking cared about Tiny Tina's like that.
Yeah, if it wasn't named Borderlands 4, it'd be a different story, but it's Borderlands 4, my guy. And there's going to be a lot of simps out here. People are going to buy this shit in droves. I've already accepted it, man. I will not be buying it. I love 2. I love the first one. I platinumed the first game on my PS4 when they re-released it. And I enjoy those games. 3 was a massive disappointment. I can't wait to not play this game.
I inherently love games like this because I love looter games. Like give me an ARPG, give me a looter shooter, give me anything like that. I'm all for it. Randomized loot, all kinds of loot tiers. I'm all for it. I've been cracking out on Last Epoch. I went from level 1 to level 56 in like 2 days. I didn't even know how that happened. I was half asleep, but I'm just cracking out on it. It's so good. So I would naturally play the fuck out of this game. But aside from having to review it as part of Griffcast, my interest in it is at its lowest it's ever been for the franchise.
So
it really
sad.
has been. I was super interested in 3, then I played it, and the rest is history after that.
I think
Tiny
that's how
Tina's,
a
I was
lot
like,
of people
what
are
the
gonna feel,
fuck is going on with Tiny Tina's, bro? This shit was literally gay. But it's okay.
I don't know,
This
man.
is gonna sell,
You're
not
what do you
going to
think?
see
Should
the
I
same.
should I ban him? Toxin. I'm a gift Hypnotic reloot it when it drops. You know what, mods? We can.
Yo.
I mean, let me look in the chat real quick. Where's Toxin? What's
kinda
the shortest
crazy.
I could ban someone? 10 seconds.
I thought it was a minute.
Let me see. Put user in timeout. Shortest is 10 seconds. We're gonna give Toxin about a 5-minute timeout for that one. For the audacity.
Yo.
There we go. All right, Toxin. We'll see you in 5 minutes, bro. I love you, bro. That's insane. Legitimately insane, bro. That's like when the lefties
Toxin already.
Yeah, I see it. When the lefties talk about like violence on the internet, that was violence, bro. That was literally violence. Anyway, shout out to Toxin. He's gonna come back so mad. Anyway, but yeah, my interest is at its lowest it's ever been.
Bro, there's so much wrong with Borderlands 3, especially if you were in it from the beginning. Like me, I bought the deluxe physical edition, the shit that came with the steel bookcase. And I will say this, the steel bookcase still looks sexy as fuck to this day. It's actually one of the better steel bookcases. But playing the game from launch, was an entire fucking disaster. The only good thing was the glitches where I would collect free money. That was the only good thing. Bro, they would constantly, like, every week nerf my guns, nerf my
He's
setup.
on Rumble. It says,
They
I
would-
am immortal.
I saw him on Rumble. Yeah, how's
It
it ignore him
was-
on Rumble? The fuck, anyway.
Bro, like, only there was only maybe 2 particular companies that had guns worth of fuck. Everything else, every other company's guns should have just been thrown in the fucking trash. It's such an awfully balanced video game overall. Such a disappointment. The DLCs, I tried to play maybe one of them. It fucking awful, and I heard that the other ones were no better. Pushing some gay shit in there too. That
Yeah.
it's like, get the fuck out of my
Tiny
face,
Tina was
bro.
gay as fuck. I don't know if you played it, but it gay as
Nope. Nope. When they said that shit was rated T for teen, I said, okay, that's not Borderlands. Y'all can kiss my ass. Fuck out of here. A rated T for teen Borderlands spinoff. You fucking losers.
Yeah, I played it when it was free. It was free on PlayStation. So I picked it up just out of curiosity. And I played it. And at first it starts out like, yeah, all right, decent, whatever, nothing crazy. And yeah, it shit gets real bad real quick. So I'm good.
There's something that y'all may not know about me, but there was a point in time
You
for a very
do
long
have a dick.
maybe I grew one afterwards, but
Holy shit.
the one thing that you guys may
That's what the
not
chat
know
would've
about
said.
me was that for a long time I was probably the biggest Alicia Keys fan ever. And finishing Borderlands 3, I think it killed my love for Alicia Keys. Hearing the ending,
That's crazy.
bro, after that, I never felt the same way. What, just hearing the ending and her just screaming like a fucking banshee. Like I wanted to throw my head through my fucking window, through 10 windshields. Like, fuck. It's fucking awful.
10 is an insane number.
Dude, that's crazy because I know how much you love that shit. That's crazy. That and like Tina Turner. I know you love Tina Turner.
Absolutely. Yes.
So if they would have put Tina Turner in Borderlands 3, that's it. It would have been cooked.
Tina Turner.
I mean, Tina Turner doesn't make shit music. Like,
But if they wanted to adopt her music, I'm just saying, think about it.
Girl on Fire is one of the most awful fucking albums I've ever heard in my life.
I appreciate you so much for that one, Cassie. That album, it was not good.
It's after J Records went under, Alicia Keys' music took the biggest dive off of planet Earth.
That's amazing. But you know what? That's just where we're at, man. Borderlands 4 is going to be what it is, and
This is going to move numbers, but I don't think it's going to sell more than 3.
Really? Wait, you're capped at 3 million copies.
Oh no. Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say
It's
like,
not,
wait, what?
It's not going to beat its predecessor. No. It's not going to be a flop. This is we're not looking
No,
at
of
a
course
complete
not.
flop
Of course not. Yeah, I never thought that this game would be a flop.
But we're just watching the steady decline of this franchise the longer Randy Pitchford's in the hot seat.
Do you think so? I mean, because the thing is, like, this game, if it does numbers, and I mean, we don't know what his budget is. I'm assuming the budget's pretty fucking high considering the amount of work and time they're putting into this. I don't know if he's necessarily in the hot seat. I feel like if he's producing numbers, even with all the drama around his name, I think they're just going to kind of turn a blind eye to it.
What's going to be interesting to see play out is if people are still willing to keep shelling out for the microtransactions. Borderlands players are conditioned to keep spending on all this bullshit instead of just getting the full game, right? Or getting like 1 or 2 DLC packs. Like they're just used to this stuff. So if they're still in on it, if the movie hasn't affected them, if Tiny Tina's hasn't affected them, it has been a long time, maybe the itch is still there. If you boot up Borderlands 1, you will still find people playing it to this day. Like they're like the Game of the Year edition on PS4. There's still a lot of people still playing the first, second, and third game.
Yep.
So that's
a game with a lot of
there.
replayability, and that's what they're going for with this one.
Ultimate co-op experience, arguably so. Dudes, Borderlands 3 has sold over 22 million units in its lifetime. It has sold over 8 million copies on Steam, and Borderlands 4 has 1.7 million wish lists on Steam.
A lot of that is purchased on discount. Borderlands is one of
Absolutely,
those
100%.
franchises that drops the game's price not too long after it comes out. So a lot of those probably millions of copies acquired were done so for probably $20 for the entire
Sure.
complete edition.
The
right?
whole thing.
Not me, good brother. They got me for all mine. So.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's unfortunate.
They it is funny because Randy Pitchford he put out in an article once, he said in an interview, he was coping hard. He was like, we're not going to drop the price on Borderlands 4 like we normally do with Borderlands franchise as quickly. You're going to have to wait at least another year for that or so. I'm like, wait, so let me get this straight. So, Mister, I don't know what the price is going to be, and I don't have that information. I'm just the CEO of the company. They don't tell me that, right? You are the same person who magically knows how long the game is going to go before it goes on sale, and like, what the fuck? Doesn't make any sense, bro. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, let's finish up with this. I'm going to catch up on super chats really fast if there's any, and then we will get into the next topic, Resident Evil. And of course, Epic Mike's not here for that because he's a pansy in a Snorlax suit. That's all right, man. It's all good. Let's see. Where are we at? We got Ben says, check your DMs. I don't know if I read that one. We got Trey Burkhalter with a 5. The the MSG model looks like more lifelike and straight version of Hassan.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Hassan? Is that an insult to the model or to Hassan?
Yes. Actually, both.
That's crazy. Louis C with a 5. Naked Snake?
That's it.
More
It's
like
a compliment to
undressed
Hassan.
That's crazy. It's a compliment to Hassan, and then what else were we going to say?
I was about to say it's a compliment to Hassan, and it's an insult to Snake. That's what that is. I was going to say that he looks like every single generic streamer with any facial hair. But
true, because they all draw on their beards.
Hassan's worse.
They all draw their beards on. Jason Alator with a 5. Snake's face looks like something from an episode of Robot Chicken. I just can't stop laughing. That's pretty fucking accurate, to be fair. Vardamus with a 2. The flesh paint in the bangs is lazy as fuck. True. Missing Vegeta with a 2. They made the fig reflect Kojima's health failing. Wow. Nice. Arepa with a 2. The best collector's edition I have is Witcher 3. There you go. Kalika Gamer for 1 month says, I got the RE4 chainsaw controller. That's awesome.
Oh, you lucky bastard. That's
awesome.
one of my holy grail items, man.
Damn,
That is
that
awesome.
shit is kind of weird. It's so weird. That's like it'd be awesome to own.
Like I
Old
don't want
man
to buy it
Cad.
online though. I want to like scavenger hunt it. I want to be at like a local game shop or something when I'm on vacation or a flea market and find one in the wild.
Leon's the kind of motherfucker that wants to go to like a garage sale and see a grandma and her fucking little grandchild, and he wants to just be able to steal that shit from them. He wants me to go there and be like, hey, you have this? It's only $5. I'll give you 3. What do you think? It's a good deal, right?
I mean, yes, for one, I will do that shit, but it's more like I don't like
Oh my
buying
God.
something that I can't feel in my hands first things first. I hate online
Hey,
shopping.
yo.
You really like feeling shit in your hands. That's like the second stream you've said that now.
All right.
I'm
Moving
just
on.
saying,
Old man
bro.
Cat got a 5 banger here. Moving on.
Old Man Cad with a 5. When Skyrim was released, they gave you a free branded challenge coin when you picked up the game from the BX. They did the same for Battlefield 4 and COD. Nice. Very nice. Anubis Hades with a 5. Evening Bigot Army, goon it up every day and every night. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Hypno, check your Steam message. I forgot why I loved PC gaming. Oh, boy. I don't see any messages on Steam, so I'm assuming, unless you mean like the gifted tab, I'll check in a minute. Mr. Vegeta with a 2.
Leon gifted me Little Witch Survivors, another Vampire Survivors clone, baby. Thanks.
Of course he did.
Oh,
Mr. Vegeta with a 2. Black Snorlax now on dank memes of Discord. Oh my god, get out of here, bro. What are we doing? I gotta see this because this shit might be
Oh, no.
ridiculous. Hold on. Where is come on, dank memes? Where the fuck are you, man? I got
I'm
two. Oh, here we
scared.
go. Dank memes. Scroll down. Yeah, I'm scared too, bro. Oh, come on, bro. What the fuck is this, man? This is ridiculous, bro. This is insane. Hold on, let me show the screen. What is this, bro? I thought you were gonna put like Epic Mike on it, not a literal charred fucking Snorlax. Hand over the fried chicken and watermelon, motherfucker. Oh, you put a gun in its head. That's great.
Yo.
That's great.
I'm
Shout out
surprised he didn't put a piece of charcoal there.
That's crazy. That's literally insane. Shout out to Mystic Vegeta. I appreciate that. We got Mr. Hardcore Mode with a 5. If you were giving away loot keys for free, you have control of the price of the game. Listen, I'm just telling you the cope that he tried to tell all of us. He's trying to say, oh, I don't know what the price is going to be. But they magically knew everything else related to price. Anyway, it's fine. Mr. Spanker's Coffee with a 4.99. Here's the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 to have a 1-to-1 silicone Tifa statue. Yeah, you want that silicone statue, huh?
Of course you do.
You want to make sure the titties are realistic. And give them your own jiggle physics. Trey Burkhalter with a 5. Leon with an oral fixation and like feeling things in his hand. Not to forget getting drunk with men in a hotel room.
All right, you know, a lot of folk got oral fixations. Okay, like that's why I'm smoking all the time. Like it's a normal thing.
Sure, that's what it is. Sure. Gray the Merchant with $1. Hey, all. Wish you all a great stream. Want to shout out to the real life fake wizard for the fake portal being online. Discovered Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy by Owlcat coming soon. They evolved the gameplay, ready to be an Inquisitor. I need to get back on a Warhammer game, man. It's been months. It's been months. Studio Mims gives 1 membership. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Abhorrent Soul with a 5. God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us 2, Horizon Forbidden West, and Callisto Protocol are the last collector's editions I bought before I found out about all the DEI nonsense. Needless to say, no more. Fair. Marine Corps with $1. 32 is old. Thanks, Cassie, for making my 55-year-old broken ass feel ancient.
Woman years, man. It's worse. It hits us harder.
That's true. That shit swings. That shit swings on women so fucking quick.
Yo, for real.
That shit is.
They go to bed hot. They wake up abuela the next day. It's like,
bro, like I shit you not. Like
damn.
Japanese women, like 51, 52, 53, 54, way down there. You're just like, what happened?
Yeah, it's just crazy.
They turn
Anti-Federal
into,
Spain
what's her
with a
name?
5. The quality of games is less than bare minimum. Why would collector's editions content be any better? Yeah, I mean, that's true, especially since they definitely don't want to be doing physical copies of anything anymore. So this is something they feel like they have to do just for branding's sake, probably. But yeah, they don't really want to be doing this shit. They don't want to be making collector's edition. They don't want to be making physical media. They don't want that. They want to be making digital only. You buy it up, you get a license, and they can take it away from you at any moment. And then they sell it back to you, 2 console generations later as a remaster. That's what they want to keep doing for the rest of their days. Abhorrence, Soul, Snooty Mims, and Anime Mania, all 3 gifted 1 membership. Shout out to you guys. And then Justin also gifted a membership on Rumble. And then Sirloins for $1. I was gifted Borderlands 3 by a friend who kept begging me to play with him. I sent it back. Oh shit, that's funny. Shout out to Sirloins. I appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah.
Really quick, 2 more. Angmar with a 4.99. That Solid Snake looks like Dragon Age figures. Look like a burnt candle. Well, that's what I forgot to mention that in my video because I had just made a small comparison, but nothing too specific. But it did remind me of when they tried to sell the Baldur's Gate figures. Remember that debacle?
Oh shit!
Where it looked like literal fucking melted
Like they
trash.
shit melted plastic.
Oh yeah, those were bad.
They all look like melt
They
man.
were awful, and they were not cheap. So to see this, I'm like, dude, man, what the fuck? You guys all using the same manufacturer? What's happening here? Tifa with a 4.89. I'll admit, I would to be at Spanglish or anyone's house than Smash's place. He's not even here on SNH. He better finish Celebrate tonight. Oh, guys, so Smash is not going to be back until like the 2nd or the 3rd.
A day before it releases, basically.
So he has, because he's not streaming, because he's apparently, he's hanging out with side scrollers. So he's not streaming for a few days. So he's going to have, when he comes back, about 24 hours. Because when the clock strikes 12 on the 3rd, going into the 4th, I will be $200 richer. So I try to warn him. I try to encourage him by like making him feel like shit. I try to, diss him in the chat. It worked one night. It didn't work the other night. To make him play. I'm trying to help him, man. I'm trying, but he spent 3 hours trying to beat Raven's first form. Not even Raven's actual hard form. and he couldn't do it. He lost. He went to bed. So I'm just saying that's going to be 2-0 bets against Smash JT. It's going to be great. And then I'll buy, I don't know, some manga set with it or something.
Nice.
Where are we at? Tifa Lockhart, we are caught up. All right, cool. All caught up. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. I appreciate it. Let's get into the topic about Resident Evil. Now, Resident Evil had a very interesting topic in this week. And I wanted to talk about it on SNH this week because it's very curious. The mindset is very curious. And this is like, we literally just had a conversation on the last SNH talking about Resident Evil and its identity and how, you know, it's gone from this to that to this to that. Even though it's a numerical series, it's numbered, and, you know, whether or not people should expect some consistency or are they okay with it being all over the place. Anyway, the point is we were just talking about this. And then come to find out, according to the developers on Resident Evil 9 Requiem, they added the third-person mode automatically, not like a DLC like 8 or anything. They added the third-person mode automatically in the game with first-person mode because they believe in their mind that Resident Evil 7 was too scary in first-person mode. So that is the reason why they're adding a third-person mode in Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Now,
go ahead.
I know there are people like Cassie that are scared of anything that has to do with a horror game. I know that. But for the majority of the people, like, she plays horror games because she's that's her tier goal. That's amazing. That's a good thing. But other people play horror games for free, right? So I feel like in that situation, you should know what you're getting into. If you're playing a horror game and you think to yourself, this is too scary, I feel like that would actually be a good thing. Like, that should be encouragement.
That's the game doing its fucking job right.
Yeah, that's a good horror game. Like, that you should want to continue. I understand the fear aspect of it, don't get me wrong, even though horror games don't really scare me. But the point is, if a horror game is too scary for you, then it's doing its job. Like, that is what it's supposed to be doing. It's providing you with a really good experience that is tailored to. I feel like that's a good thing. If you are then saying you're going to tone it down because it was too scary and that your next games are not going to be as scary because of that, then that's pretty troublesome in my opinion. That's what I'm like, well, this is kind of fucked up. I don't agree with this. Like, I liked the horror. Like, a lot of people like the fact that you went back to actual horror, or at least a form of it anyway. Granted, you went first person and people had their issues with that. But aside from that, the concept, the return to horror concept was great. And I feel like people really want that. So I don't know. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on, do you even think, who's played 7? Anybody played 7? Do you guys think it's too scary? I know Leon's going to say no because he's dead inside, but Sheep, like, do you feel it's too scary?
7? No, not at all. Like, 7, the whole idea of 7, for me at least, is just that, like, at the beginning, the beginning of the game, they try to set it up where it's like, you know, you're just basically dealing with this crazy ass hillbilly family and shit like that. But once you actually, me personally, like, the fear was gone once this motherfucker Ethan lost his hand and they just like stapled it back on. I was like, what the fuck? So I can't take this game seriously. Okay. I thought I was about to play through the whole game just like debilitated. And this motherfucker unhandicapped himself faster than Leon did in Resident Evil 4, where this motherfucker was running around with a whole parasite in his chest for like most of the game. I'm like, all right, well, there goes the fear factor. But yeah, it wasn't really scary. You're like, the only actual like fear factor you could get is probably through VR, and that's because, like, you know, the ambient sounds and shit like that. But otherwise, no, it wasn't scary like at all.
Well, and to add to that, like, so Resident Evil 7 did up the horror from probably 4, 5, and 6. It went back to its roots in that regard. Yeah, absolutely. I still wouldn't call it a scary game per se, but it was more of a horror game than its predecessors. That being said, being in first person didn't make it more scary. In fact, Resident Evil has traditionally always been, until Resident Evil 7, a third-person game. So all your horror games were third person. What do you mean third person makes it less scary? But by that logic, your OG games back on the PS1 and shit weren't scary? Like, what are you talking about? That's insane.
So, I've always said first person is more scary.
Say it again?
I've always said first person is more scary, but I would probably dial back the word scary and include more thrilling. I feel like it's definitely more thrilling. There's certain
There you go.
aspects that you could really
Yeah,
sell.
I would definitely say it's more immersive for sure. It's more
Right.
immersive, but I don't think that
Oh,
makes
that's a good way to put it too. Immersive, yeah.
when I play Resident Evil 9, I'm gonna be playing it in third person, not for any sort of fear factor reasons or whatnot, because to me, Resident Evil is a fucking third person franchise and should have always been a third person franchise until 7 and 8.
Yeah.
It always was, and that's the way I like playing my Resident Evil. So I'm doing it for like consistency of what I think the brand is. It has nothing to do. I don't think it's going to be any scarier one way or the other, whether you play it first or third.
I also think that with the introduction of modern controls, that has lost the ability, in my opinion, for third-person games to be as scary as they could be. Because when cameras were fixed, they serve a similar purpose to first-person games, where you don't know what's behind either you or an object or whatever, because you're playing in first person. So your peripheral is only, it's only in front of you. That's all you can see. Whereas with a third-person game, you can obviously see all around you, but fixed cameras gave you a similar feeling of like you can only see what's in that fixed image. And the moment you go into the next one, you don't know what's there. And they can really sell the horror very well that way. But with modern controls and continuous camera, I think that's pretty much gone now with third-person games. You really can't sell that unless it's, I don't know, a jump scare or something.
I think Dead Space did it pretty well, but that's the exception to the rule.
Right.
I was not scared of Dead Space at all. At all. Like, Dead Space had literally zero scare factor to me whatsoever. The jumps, none of it worked. Jump scares didn't work. Fucking the amount of times the necromorphs would pop out of the vents and shit never worked.
To be
the
honest,
music was good. The sound design was good, but just didn't.
Was it the sound design, the atmosphere? I think that's where it does shine in that regard. But sorry, what were you gonna say, Cassie? My bad.
No, you're fine. I don't even honestly. He's saying this, but I just don't feel like this is truthful. I think it's just shittier to say that most people nowadays, and I encounter this a lot. Most people nowadays just hate first-person games. They just hate it. And this is excluding those who can't play first person games. There's some people that obviously suffer from motion sickness, sort of things like that.
I suck at FPS games, to be fair.
Yeah, so like there's people that literally cannot play first person games, which I understand. But most gamers, every time a first person game gets announced that has an interesting thing that they would theoretically like, all I see is just bitching and whining that's in first person. Motherfuckers just hate first-person video games now. That's why when first-person games get announced, I just start championing it and just start shitting on people that, don't have motion sickness issues or epilepsy issues, and they're bitching and whining that's not in third person. Like, go fuck yourselves. Like, I hate those people.
I think
I think you're on to something though, Cass, because here's what I think it really boils down to. Not just the people hate first person, but also this is how you maximize your customer base. Oh, we can bring in first person fans and third person fans. It has nothing to do with the scare factor. I agree with you. It's a bold-faced fucking lie. And if it's not a lie, then you're failing as a brand, because Resident Evil is supposed to be a horror game. But let's say it's not a lie and you're just saying some dumb shit. Well, you can get casuals from both sides to play this game if you've got both options, which I would imagine fucks up level design and whatnot in the actual development process. But that's just a theory.
A game, dear. Oh, sorry.
I feel like people bitch about first person in every scenario other than FPSs. Obviously, like I think that for some reason the mindset of first person turns off a lot of people if it's anything other than a first person shooter. And I don't think that's a good thing, because there are a lot of games out there that are first person games that are actually really good and they're not FPSs.
Outlast is the first person horror game that is great.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. But to be fair, I also think it's because first person is actually scarier in a way, and a lot of people, they just don't want to admit. No, they don't want to admit that they're too fucking scared. That's really what it is. They rather say, "Oh, I don't like it because it's first person," when really it's like you just don't like it because you're fucking scared. That's really what it is. But in terms of the camera, so for me, this is kind of like a catch-22, because now I did not like that they went to first person only because of the purist aspect initially, where I was like, okay, well, I could see why they're going into first person. Actually, when I first saw the trailer for 7, I thought the trailer was in first person, but I thought the game was going to be in third person, because we've had many trailers before, they would, be a story trailer where like the cutscenes will be in first person to give you that perspective, but then when you're actually playing the game, it's third person. That's what I thought was going to happen when they first announced it. Then I realized, oh wait, it's not. It's going to be a first person game. So from a purist standpoint, I didn't like it, and I've always wanted them to bring it back. I can handle the game first person. I don't care. I just always wanted them to go back to what Resident Evil was, which was the third person survival horror game. Now that they're bringing that back, it's like, yeah, I'm happy they are. I know it was a DLC in 8 or whatever, but I'm happy they're officially bringing it back completely. With 9, that's great, but the reason for why they're bringing it back is not great, in my opinion. Like if they were just bringing it back just to bring it back, just to have a second camera for them, all right, whatever. But them saying they brought it back because of the 7th game being too scary and first person only, it makes me worried about the game then, because then I'm like, all right, so are you gonna tone down the game, or are you just adding the camera and keeping the level of horror the same and telling people, well, if it's too scary in first, then well, then you can go in third. Like, how is that gonna? Anybody who's a bitch about the game is not gonna be okay with it either way. Huh?
Resident Evil 8 had a third-person perspective DLC.
As a DLC, yeah.
And that wasn't the reasoning. Wasn't it's because Resident Evil 8 is too scary. Like it was the whole selling point. Now again, whatever the reason was, the real reason, but the selling point was that that way it's more in line with classic Resident Evil games. That were always third person. And fair enough. First of all, it shouldn't be a DLC to fucking do that. It should have been how the game was designed to get go. But whatever.
Do you think maybe they did as a DLC to test the waters before they did?
I think that's what it was. Like looking like in retrospect, I absolutely think that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little worried about the reasoning as to why they brought it back. That's all.
One of the things. It's one of the things that I've always kind of like disliked about like developers actually, speaking about why they make changes in certain games and stuff like that, is primarily because they usually don't know how to navigate the waters. They don't know like what it is they need to say specifically to players without making it seem like they're trying to baby them in a way. Like this right here is like, it's slightly easier to deal with, or the game it's too scary. It's like, for a horror game, you would want it to be scary. Yeah, I'm not saying like, up it up to snuff or anything like that, but you'd want it to have that aspect of, okay, well, there's going to be some actual fear going on in here. So, if there's something that's like, now this is more of like a me thing, but I'd say something along the lines of like, yeah, we made this, we have first person and third person for, the weaker willed people. I would say something to that degree, but that's just me. It's the same thing that they tried to do with Pokemon when it came to like the whole reason why they didn't port over all the Pokemon. It's like, well, because we don't have enough data necessary to be able to do all of that stuff. Just say that you don't want to. That's fine. We're just gonna not play your game. That's just be honest with yourself. That's all we're asking. Like this right here is PR speak. I don't like PR speak.
I gotta be honest with you though. I think they are babying people. I think they have been for a while. I think that it's obviously not just Capcom, but they have been babying people for a long time. They especially with these kind of genres.
Bloober Team did with Silent Hill 2. This is a common sentiment amongst
correct. Yep.
Like big. So that's why the future of horror games is indie, because these big AAA companies that put out horror games are so focused on whether it be babying people or like they want such a piece of the market pie. They're all like, well, we can't make a true blue horror game because we want normies to buy it as well. So it's the future of horror is indie because it's
baby horror. It's pretty baby horror. Like it's always like good graphics. They think the graphics really sell these what do you call the thrill of it and the overall like suspense. But nah, bro, I've been scared of some pixelated games way more than some of the AAA experiences that are out there.
Some of the games I played for RPG Maker, holy shit!
Yeah, it's fucking crazy,
dude. There's some dope ass horror Doom mods, like OG Doom, and like the fact that the graphics are real low quality and whatnot because it's fucking Doom. Oh, it's so good.
Do you think first person? Somebody in a chat said horror games are dead. Do you think that horror games are in a bit of a lull right now?
No, I just think that it's the indie community that's like it's killing it, and we're seeing a massive rise. When what was Summer Games Fest? the indie showcase, half of them were fucking horror games, the other half were cozy games. Like
they were. I wish listed a lot of indie horror games from that showcase. I don't know. I think so. Okay, I think that it's tough, man, because maybe if we're talking AAA only, then okay, we could have a conversation. But as an overall genre, I don't think so. I don't think so. I do think it's being targeted, though. I do think that there are certain groups out there that are definitely targeting horror games for a multitude of reasons. Same reason why they're targeting other, Gunner games, M-rated games, whatever. But horror, people like that thrill. There's a lot of people that love that thrill, and I think if it's done correctly, sold correctly, I think it'll do perfectly fine. I think it definitely has a. I wouldn't say it has a mainstream appeal. What's that?
Maybe this is a really obvious thought, but like think about horror movies. Like for 2020, 2022 through 2025, the highest selling movies in terms of like budget to box office have been horror games or horror movies because they're made for the cheap, right? Because horror games by these AAA studios are so fucking expensive because of all the good graphics and everything like you're talking about, they need to appeal to normies so they can make a return on investment. Whereas if they would just lower their fucking budgets, even from a AAA perspective, maybe that we could get back to real horror.
Yep.
I mean, I suppose, yeah.
They don't want to deliberately cut people out of their potential sales margins.
And that's a dangerous play because what you want to do is make a game that caters to the audience you're looking for and not a global audience.
Bro, they know that. I mean, it's sort of another thing. Resident Evil is a well-established franchise. They know as long as they got the vibes in there, people are gonna bite.
Fair,
but the vibes aren't there, and people are still biting. That's the problem.
I was gonna say, like, well, so what do you mean by vibes? Like, just overall aesthetics, or like just
a general tone?
Relying
kind of
on the
feels
name
enough.
of a franchise.
Yeah, like if it feels enough, like the general feel and style of Resident Evil. No, it doesn't have to have like depth or substance. If it just looks just enough to get you to bite, that's how they're playing it.
I suppose. I think that I don't know, man. I think they're playing super safe with Resident Evil 9 because this might be their last numerical iteration, according to some leaks. Whether or not people believe that, that's up to you. But I think they're playing it super safe. I think they're playing it super safe. And then I think the smart thing to do would be if you're going to end it, and then branch the franchise off into 2 or 3 different forms because this franchise is so identity lost. Sometimes it wants to be an action game. Sometimes it wants to be a true horror game. Other times, it wants to be, I don't know, whatever, just something else. The point is, like, you can finish the story and then branch it off, and you can make an action-oriented Resident Evil as, a separate franchise, and then you can make a true blue survival horror one as another separate franchise. And that way you could just focus fire and just really like get down to maximizing what you're trying to do with that one particular franchise. They're doing a little bit of everything, and it's just it really is starting to lose its identity. Well, not starting to, it already has for a long time, but still. So overall, I mean, do you think this is a good move or a bad move? Bringing back third person for this reason specifically.
I personally think it's a not smart move. I wouldn't say it's a bad move. I'd say it's a not smart move primarily because you already have something. You already have like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a routine going, and you want to hold that routine. That'd be the smarter thing. Either that or just go straight third person, since this is a character that people are familiar with. Blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Right? You have Ethan is a completely different character that was never mentioned like ever. So him not having a face kind of makes sense. But we know who what's her name? Ashcroft. Grace, yeah. Yeah, Grace Ashcroft is.
Well, we know who her mother was, but
we know who her mother was. So that's one thing. Hell, if that were the case, you could have given her like the first person. So yeah, I gotta change my play here. It's a bad move. It's a bad move, personally.
So options aren't bad. I'm not talking about the option part of it. I just addressed the comment. The option's not the bad thing.
The reasoning
is awful. For the option is what's making me worried because they already toned down the horror, in my opinion, with 8, and now 9 I feel like it's going to be even more so. And if you look at the trailer, you can clearly see they're not trying to showcase that. It actually does look like they're trying to go for something that's a little bit more on the, I would say, close to 7 side, ironically. But the mindset and the conversation around the game is different from what they're showing, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was always going to be the case because they divided their audience a long time ago. So now, no matter what sort of game you make, the conversation is going to be a divisive conversation because you've made a bunch of different types of Resident Evil fans, like you said, because they make 3 different types of games. Like they fucked themselves. Like you could have gotten away with Resident Evil 4 being a departure the same way that like Final Fantasy 7 rejuvenized Final Fantasy. Like you could have gotten away with Resident Evil 4 if 5 and onward still stuck with that. It's still a horror game. It's got more action to it, but Resident Evil 4 is still a horror game. But the moment 5 came out and they leaned into everything's in the daylight and you've got a partner with you at all times because it's co-op and whatnot, like you solidified the divide in your audience.
Should have never been a mainline. Resident Evil.
It's Resident Evil's always changing. So this move here is to continue picking up new audiences, like 100%.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7 picked up new
what
people.
is
Resident
worth
Evil
more,
8
though?
picked up new people. That's like, yes, this is to pivot to continue picking up new
more,
people.
Though? Like what makes them
New people is worth more. New people is worth more.
Sadly,
but is new people worth more if you alienate your original fans enough that they don't come back?
Well, because honestly, Resident Evil
this
fans.
is not to be personal, but like Leon, they don't give.
No,
a
I'm
fuck
actually
about it.
asking, like, and not just Resident Evil, just like in general, when you put out a product, is getting new
So
people at the risk
corporate-
of alienating others more worth it?
Dead ass, yes, 100%. Corporate, they will say, "We've already got you. Like, if you're already a legacy buyer, you're a legacy buyer. Great, you're gonna buy it anyway. We'll do just enough to keep you happy, but we got to bring in new business. We have to continue bringing in new business because that's the only way we're going to continue growing this brand." So like Resident Evil, it's like, oh, well, we want it to, and we could say it with just about any franchise. It's like, well, we want it to be this way. It's like, they don't give a shit that you want it to be that way. They only care about bringing in new people. That I am shocked.
It's pretty much like a, go ahead.
I'm saying the last thing, I'm shocked we're not seeing a Lady Dimitrescu again style level of character. I'm shocked we haven't gotten that because that's still in the zeitgeist even now. Not yet. It's only a matter of time. That brought in thousands of new players.
Honestly, the one thing I say about longtime Resident Evil fans is that at least the ones that are still buying, because my issue with them is that like you guys keep buying these games and then you cry cope and seethe every release. It's like you've had all of these, and this is not to even be like that's the thing. Like for me, like you know, when I'm done, I walk. Like I try for a little bit, but then when I realize things aren't changing, it's like okay, I walk now. Like I'm not buying Borderlands 4. I tried 3, I stuck with 3 for as long as I could. I'm like, nope. Now it's just dead to me. Like there's a lot of longtime Resident Evil fans that have bought release after release after release, and it's the same bitching, whining, moaning, coping, and seething, and they'll still buy this motherfucker too. So it's like they know that you got to buy the balls.
Exclusive to Resident Evil. To be fair, I think most people operate like, for example, I operate with like you with literally everything else. Resident Evil is the exception to the rule. Everyone's got that one franchise. Like Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I adore Star Wars. I will not do anything Star Wars ever again. Period. Flat out. Like I won't. They've lost me. It
hurts.
There's so the MCU has lost me. I can't tell you the last time I bought a Marvel. Well, actually, I can't tell you the last time I bought a Marvel comic book, but it was. The point is, it's a rarity. So, at what point does like what happened to Resident Evil or what happened to Star Wars start to affect Resident Evil? Is really what I was getting at when I was asking Wizard the question. Like Star Wars has destroyed their brand so much, there is no return. Yeah, Resident Evil is not to that point yet, but at some point you're going to crest that hill.
I think it all.
They don't
boils
have the
down
problem
to-
as Star Wars. Sorry, Sheep. Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say. I think it really generally varies from fan base to fan base because you can look at like something like Resident Evil has a lot more serious players, so they'll have a lot more people like you, for example, Leon, who are just like, you know what, I'm pissed off with what they're doing with this, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Meanwhile, and I hate to drag up Pokemon once again.
Yeah, back guys, keep it going.
All right,
copy.
Look at Pokemon. It started going downhill in Gen 6. Like Gen 5 had peaked. They had a whole bunch of like extra content that you could do outside of just the main story stuff, and the biggest addition to the roster. And then from that point on, it just went downward and downward and downward and downward. But they keep making money because they know that their audience is gonna
They're gonna eat it up anyway. I walked away from Pokemon as well. I know you did. I walked away from Pokemon. I won't buy Pokemon
I just
products
did.
anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
for me,
you said in the private chat though, Wizard, and maybe I didn't explain myself properly. You said Star Wars didn't have the influx of new people like Resident Evil does, right? But
Yes.
when Disney first did buy out Star Wars, it did have an influx of new customers. Plus, the originals came back. But in their ever-growing quest to gain more and more new customers, they eventually were getting less new customers and more people were walking away. So, at what point does that mentality of it's always better to get new customers start when you crest that hill?
So that's what's really fun about Star Wars, because Star Wars is what taught us that there are three types of buyers. There are the diehards that you could do no wrong. There are the detractors who want things to go back to the way things were. In this instance, you are a detractor. You want Resident Evil to go back to whatever is in the past. And then in Star Wars, you had normies. And normies aren't loyal to shit. They don't give a fuck. They're here today. They're gone tomorrow. But like with the Resident Evil thing, they are attracting not normies, detractors and super diehards. So like that is in nerddom. It is those three types of people: normies, super diehards, and detractors. And typically detractors, even if they hate something, they're going to buy it again. Like Pokemon,
Are all
like
of
Sheep
them
was
super
saying.
diehard. Like, I would consider myself both a
Exactly.
super diehard and a detractor. Yes.
Exactly. So, but that is the three demographics there of nerd buyers. Star Wars picked up a slew of normies, and those normies said, "Fuck this! This is terrible," and they opted out. They're bored. They got bored. Resident Evil.
Resident Evil's not bringing
boring.
in normies.
It's not bringing in normies at all. It is bringing in either the people that have been around since the PlayStation 1 or new people coming in that are like, oh, wow, Resident Evil 7, first person, that was kind of neat. Resident Evil 8, that was kind of neat. But like, those games are really scary, you guys. Unfortunately, Resident Evil is starting to normify itself. It's going down the path of normifying itself. So to your point, it is going to start going down the path of screwing itself over, where it's no longer special. If this is any indication of where the future of the franchise is going, even if it's not 9, they're going to start going down.
And that was what I was
boring.
trying to say initially when I was talking about bringing in new customers and whatnot. Like, yes, it might work for 9. It might even work for if there's a 10, but at some point, if they keep doing what they're doing, it will run into the Star Wars problem. At least I think it would.
Eventually, yes. But in any business, you have to be focusing on bringing in new people. That doesn't mean making it boring, though. That's the problem here. Most corporations, they just become more boring to become more normal. They have to stay exciting. They have to be relevant and exciting. Star Wars is no longer exciting. Even Pokemon is no longer really exciting. But they still have so many people bought in that think it's incredible that they're never going to lose.
Yep. Yeah, this is not what he's saying here is not he's just disconnected from like the core fan base. This to me says that he does not understand what the core fan base wants. If anything, you should be creating a challenge dynamic of like, hey, we're making this game scary as fuck, no matter what, visual perspective you want to play it from. And I dare you to fucking beat it. Like that's the
Is it disconnected from the core fan base, or is it not caring about the core fan base?
Well, I think that I think that the people that make this shit, I think that they do care, but they also have to deal with suits and ties and corporate interests. Like that's the struggle. And I don't know this person, I don't know really much of his long-standing thought process on this kind of stuff. But, these guys, they do want to create art. I think they want to create something good, because even like me as an outsider, Resident Evil viewer, I could say that even despite the games being more normiized, like they are still very quality video games. Like I don't think anyone could sit here and just say it's outright video game slop. I think they still make better video games than the mass majority of the AAA space. So I think they do care.
Yes. Remake 3 was slop.
I played Resident Evil 3 Remake. I still think it's still a very good functional video game. It's just I understand the issues that people have with it. Obviously, a lot of things taken out of the game, the lack of choice that the original had, some
But
of
that, I
the
would say
design
all that's what
choices.
makes it slop. Being something
I
being
mean, but
functional
that's
doesn't mean it's
you're a
not
long.
slop.
But the thing is, you're a long-time fan, and that's a different perspective from someone that's looking at this game
That
and
doesn't
judging
matter.
it
In
based
the
on
case of
its
a
functional
remake,
merit. The
but in
game
the case
still
of
play.
a
The
in
game
the
still
case of a
plays
remake,
better than the
you
mass majority of AAA games that do come out.
I disagree. I disagree. For one, we can get into the issues of the game itself, but that like notwithstanding this remake. However, if something is a remake, it is inherently supposed to build off of what came before.
That
So
dog
if you
shit remake
remove
is still better than the mass majority of AAA games that come out. I still stand by that.
that's
It's a dog shit remake, absolutely, because it doesn't fulfill the original game and
correct. So just
really
because it's a
bringing that to life.
functional product in terms of it works, it actually doesn't. It's not a functional product. It doesn't serve its function, which is to improve upon an original product. So I disagree. That's fun. Just
I
because
will
the
still,
buttons are
if you,
responsive, just because the camera works, doesn't actually mean it's functional because its function is not to play properly.
I will
Its
still
function is to
play.
improve on the
I
original.
will play Resident Evil 3 remake 100 times before I play through Borderlands 3 again.
If I could throw this out here, you're talking about function. I play lots of games. I am also dog shit at lots of games. If this thing has a third person, I would actually prefer to play the game in third person. Not because like I'm too scared or anything like that, but specifically because it'll be easier for me to see shit. like as
Fair.
I'm looking around and I can't fucking see shit. So talking about something like that, now if it becomes, see, the positioning of how they're selling this is terrible. If they were to position it as an accessibility feature, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Because I see it as an accessibility thing for somebody like me who's like getting aggravated because I can't find whatever key I need to find to open the door in first person.
Well, that's why I said initially it's about the reason why they're doing this versus what they actually did. Like, I don't have a problem with what they actually did. I wanted this. I wanted third person Resident Evil all the way back since 7. So it's not the third person that bothers me. It's the, oh, well, you know, we think the game's too scary, so we're going back to third person. And we may be doing other things too. That's what I'm worried about. You know, if I could really truly sit here and believe that they're just going to change the camera and that's it, but give you the same experience, then I probably wouldn't have too much of an issue. But we all know that's probably not true.
They
So.
shouldn't have said it this way.
Yeah,
Them
it's an
positioning,
awful take.
this is all marketing position, and it's a terrible move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, as someone that's going to be playing this game and will be playing it in third person, it has got nothing to do with their dumbass reasoning. Like, to me, Resident Evil is a third person franchise. I will be playing it in third person because that's the identity of the game. Like, it's that.
100%.
And again, this is someone who does like Resident Evil 7. I do. I don't like that it's first person, but I can overlook that because I like so many other things about it.
Yeah.
100%.
This is also the franchise that has, like, I mean, wasn't that game Operation Raccoon City? Wasn't that just an FPS? Like a Gears of War type of clone game?
Literally a Gears of War. And the thing is, so that is a non-canon spinoff game, and their marketing from the beginning
I thought it was
that it was a non-canon spinoff game. And like, that's good marketing. Now, granted, the game still sucked, but at least it was marketed properly.
I liked it.
But like, they do keep trying other things.
I think Resident Evil and Final Fantasy are like the biggest franchises that don't understand what they should and shouldn't make a proper like mainline game.
True.
Final Fantasy and so Final Fantasy, Pokemon, Resident Evil are the three, but there's a difference between Pokemon and the other two. Final Fantasy and Resident Evil are disconnected and they don't fucking know because they've spread their fan base so thin, as opposed to Pokemon just doesn't give a fuck. They don't care about quality.
Yeah.
But those are the three most disappointing franchises in game in AAA gaming right now, in my opinion.
You don't think Resident Evil is still? And I'm talking about this from a numbers perspective. You don't think Resident Evil is in a healthy position?
So, I mean, financially, I do think it's in a healthy position. Yes, I do think it's in a healthy position, but I think the reason it's in a healthy position is because of the consumer mentality of gamers as opposed to the quality of the game. So, like, you get, like, gamers are like fucking tabletop, not tabletop RPG, like collectible card game players. You put something out, they will buy it because it's a nice, shiny new toy. And they might bitch about it afterwards, but it doesn't matter. They already got your money.
Yep.
Because they're still selling over 10 million units. I mean, Resident Evil 7 did 15 million, 8 did 12 million, 2 did 15 million, 3 did 10 million, 4 did 10.6. So like they're still killing it
Again,
in units
financially,
sold.
but I think that's because they diluted the brand to the point where, like you said, they did bring in all these new customers, which is again financially healthy, but at what cost? Like it would be the equivalent of if Nintendo decided to make an M-rated FPS Mario game. You're gonna get a lot of motherfuckers buy that, but that's because of the type of game it is. You're not the core Mario fan base would be very pissed off at an M-rated FPS Mario game. But if it made money, does it matter? So I think there's a difference between the health of a brand in terms
That
of
actually sounds
it
kinda
having an
badass, to be
identity
honest with
is different than the health of a brand financially.
Not too bad. Not too badass, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, I just imagine him going down the hallway shooting people, screaming, "It's a me, Mario!" You know? And every headshot you get, it's like wahoo! You know, that's just. I think that would be great. All right, really quick, man. Let's go to the next topic. Because I know Cassie's got to work today. I just want to shout out No Hearts Left really quick. Gifting another game. No Hearts Left says, sorry about the Harry Potter. Don't ever apologize. It's good. Not your fault. Why the beer can chill with a grin so sly? Because it's happy hour and it's feeling really high. Thank you, No Hearts Left. Eterna Noctis is a challenging Metroidvania that majestically combines action, exploration, and adventure. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Don't ever apologize for giving. It's
look at
so
this gay
nice
boy.
of you.
Yeah, don't ever apologize, man. You know,
Now, to be fair, Mania is a good game. That's a very good thing.
It was on your wish list, homie. I just saw it on your wish list. I was like, all right.
No. I'm not calling you gay for the game. I'm just calling you gay because you're gay.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's fine.
Yeah, that's all. That's what I said. Look at this
Gay
gay
giving,
boy, not
baby.
this gay game. That's all. Gay boy, Words of Paradise gifted Sonic Mania. You didn't have to do that, man. Holy shit.
Happy to do it.
Shout out to you, man.
That
Yeah, I
sounds
was thinking about picking up some
banging,
Sega
too.
games, man, because the whole Sega
You too?
sale, I was like, oh shit.
Well, yeah, I was on Steam. I saw that the Sega sale was going on. I wanted to pick me up a couple Sega games. I saw this is on your wish list. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Why not?
I know if
Appreciate that, man.
I dive at all into that sale, I'm gonna be very upset with myself because I might just
No
It's a
control.
banger too. You can knock it out in one night, but it's a banger game.
Oh,
That is the
no,
problem. No, go ahead. You're good.
Oh no, he was talking about Mania. I was talking about something else. You got
No, all I was gonna say is responding to you that when they have publisher sales, it's really hard for me to not buy everything because I know like there's certain games within that publisher that I enjoy, like when they have Square Enix sales. That's why I have every Final Fantasy because I know like okay, buy this, buy that. Oh, it's made by the same company. I'm immediately interested. My interest is piqued.
right.
And if it's like $2, $3, bro, I'm gonna buy it. Like even if I'll never play it, I'm gonna buy it. And that's the problem with Steam. It's so cheap, it's so accessible. It's the complete it's the complete opposite of console gaming usually. So that's why I keep telling people, man, yeah, the PC is more expensive, sure. But the gaming side of things for PC is way cheaper.
Yeah,
Way
I do.
around.
Hey, between the game I got for myself, you and Cass, I spent less than $40 between the
I
three.
might fuck around at some point and go ahead and get like every single Sonic game out there just to be like, hey guys, we're gonna marathon this shit on stream. Like that would
actually be really cool.
Like legit what I would want. That's the kind of shit I want to do is like marathon like franchises, like the Fear franchise. I ended up getting the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise for that specific reason. So I can put the shit in fucking order chronologically, which is a feat in itself. So
good luck with that, bro.
I know.
Holy shit.
It's gonna be great.
Shout out to you guys again. Thank you for that. We'll catch up on the super chats. Let's just get into one of the last topics. Because like I said, Cat's got to go. Let's talk. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Maybe we don't skip it. Hold on, because I know this motherfucker's probably gifted something ridiculous. Oh no, I feel bad. I judged him. Toxin gifted a game, and I thought he was gonna get revenge on me for for banning him. But you know what he did? He gifted the DLC for Sonic Mania.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
W.
Nice.
Damn, bro,
Aw.
you got me feeling bad now, man. This is crazy. That's legit how I felt when I saw this. I was like expecting, banana thrower,
All the
extreme,
demonicness.
something crazy, but no, I just got damn. All right, well,
Ding.
shout out to Toxin, fucking legend. Thank you so much for the Encore DLC. I appreciate that, brother. All right, let's continue. So let's talk about Lost Soul Aside. So Lost Soul Aside is a game that a lot of us spoke about when it was first showcased and first announced. And I was excited. I still am. Just to clarify, I still am. I fully plan to play it. It's just right now there's way too many games. I got one more stream of Shinobi. I'll be done with that. And then I got to stream Metal Gear Solid Delta. And then after that, I'll stream Lost Soul Aside. So it's going to be on the back burner for a little bit. But apparently, as good as the game looked, it is not doing well. I don't know. Yeah. Uh-oh is right.
Doing awful.
I think they would prefer uh-oh, to be honest with you. Right now, it's like, holy shit, kind of bad. Especially for a game like this. Because there was a lot of hype. There was a lot of hype behind this game. It's not even just like in concurrent numbers. Now, granted, it is more so. This is definitely more so of a console game. It was meant to be console only, and then they ended up putting it on PC towards the last few months. So there's that. But on Steam, the game currently right now is sitting at 3,070 concurrent players as of 2 days ago.
That's
with
wow.
a 2,000.
It's worse than Gears.
With a 1,000 player drop within a day.
Yeah, I was about to say it's
and
on a decline.
another 1,000 player drop within basically under 24 hours.
Wow.
It's really bad. Really bad. And not only that, the reviews are fucking awful too.
That Chinese Final Fantasy looking game.
Yeah.
Chinese like DMC Final Fantasy mix, yeah.
Yeah, oh, this did look good. Damn.
It did look good. And listen, there are people that are definitely leaving good reviews, and I was reading both kind of reviews, good and bad, and we could definitely read some in a minute. But the bad is basically talking about the performance, the saving system is awful. Apparently, like genuinely awful. We're talking about like medieval awful. I don't even know why they even do what they're doing. Basically, the save system, you can only save the game at a certain NPC before a boss fight. And apparently after you beat that boss fight, let's say you beat the boss and you want to stop playing. Well, you can't do that, because if you beat the boss and you stop playing, when you reload the game, the boss will come back. The only way for the boss to not come back is for you to make it to the next checkpoint where the next boss is at and save the game there.
That's very extra.
That's very extra. So there's that that a lot of people are complaining about. So that's a problem.
Get good scrubs. I mean, what?
Yeah, no autosave apparently. People are also complaining about the English voice acting, which I mean, listen, it's fucking
rough.
It's
always going to be rough.
I haven't heard it, but I'm going to purposely put it on English so I can hear it on my stream and just hear how bad it is.
Have you guys heard? Did you play the remake of Trials of Mana?
I have not. No. I always wanted to, but
If
I have not.
you do, and you want to laugh your dick off, play it in English.
I don't want to do that.
Dude, it is.
I like it where it is.
It is some of the funniest shit. I love the game to death. Absolutely love it to death. They got some real low quality voice acting for it though, because they didn't have high hopes for the Trials of Mana remake. They were proven wrong. People really do like the remake, and the voice acting in English is fucking hilarious. It's amazing.
I mean, I feel like when you go into games like this, you pretty much know that the voice acting is probably going to be shit on the English side of things anyway, which is why most people switches it to Japanese, or in this case, Chinese, because it's a Chinese game. But this was the game that was made by one person until eventually he made his own team. And then they kind of finished it out with, I don't know are they PlayStation affiliated? I think they are.
Yes.
Yes. So this is connected to a special project that Sony's had going pretty much this entire generation called the China Hero Project. So
Okay.
they essentially assist Chinese game developers. I think this dude is from somewhere else. They kind of just included him in there though. But they have a connection with Chinese developers to bring games, out to us. So it's definitely interesting. There was I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch. It's a Metroidvania style game where you play as this rabbit who has this insane fucking like metal arm. It's actually a really fun video game.
That sounds sick.
Dude,
Somebody was telling me
the
about that.
visuals are fucking fire. Like super awesome. Like
Is it on Steam?
design. Yes, it's
What's it called?
Fist.
Fist.
It's
F-I-S-T.
F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow Torch.
feel like
It's
I've heard of that before.
really fucking awesome.
I'm just looking it up. Fist, Forged in Shadow.
I love the aesthetics of the game. It's overall, it's a fun. If you like Metroidvanias, it's pretty dope.
Oh, I see it. Hold on. Let me see. This is it, I assume.
Yep. This came from the China Hero Project. It's a really early 9th gen game. It was actually a pretty solid one. A lot of 9th gen launch
that does look
games are at
really
launch
good.
here. Yeah, it's actually a really fun game.
Bro, this game looks really cool. I gotta add this to my wish list. Holy shit, look at this. This is fun. I love games like this, man.
Yep.
It's Shinobi.
Like literally, yeah. Shinobi with a
Just a
fucking
rabbit.
rabbit. Yeah, this is sick. So this is part of that same group you're saying?
I love how so it's a part of the project that Sony's done. It's probably one of the good things Sony's done this generation, in my opinion.
Well, so then why? So out of curiosity, why? I mean, okay, these numbers are really bad. Like we're talking exponentially bad.
Flying bad.
Like again, you got a big publisher behind you, PlayStation. To be fair, the game could probably be doing better on PlayStation, but I gotta be honest with you, man. Every time people say that, oh, it's doing better on console, it's usually not much better, and that's if it is at all. Like the Steam numbers are a really good indication of overall community sentiment, where you could say, all right, whatever the Steam numbers are, maybe it's a little better, maybe it's a little worse, but it's pretty accurate for where everybody's at with this game. Me personally, I think that what's really affecting this game, truthfully, is that it released around a time where there is just so much shit releasing. Like you honestly, you have, okay, within the next week or two, you got Metal Gear Solid Delta that's already out. You got Shinobi that's already out. You got Hell Is Us coming out in a few days. You got Chronos coming out in a couple of weeks, like 1 or 2 weeks. You have Silent Hill F coming out the end of September. You have what the fuck
Speaking
else?
of games wish listed, just in case anybody's curious.
But
what?
But
Silent Hill F.
So my theory with all this, really more than anything,
You just
is even
lagged out,
released.
Cassie.
Fascinating.
Cassie, you lagged out. I don't know what's going. You literally glitched out. You're
Oh, can you
robotic.
guys hear me now, or?
Yep.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're good now.
All right. So my general, my theory on this whole situation is that Sony projected this game to be a massive failure before they even launched it.
Okay.
The president of Sony Interactive Entertainment, I forget his name, this fucking European loser. But he said, he'd rather, if he knows he's gonna lose on a game, he'd rather lose fast on it. That's why they just dumped Concord immediately. After they realized it was a flop, they'd rather just give up on it quick and lose the least amount of money possible than to actually stick with it. So I think that internally they projected that this game was going to be a failure, especially after the game was in development for almost a decade. Yes, Herman Holst, thank you, Tiger. And so instead of actually doing real promotion of the game, because the promotion of the game has been fucking god awful, dumping money into promoting the game, they were just like, no, fuck this, it's likely going to be a failure, so we're just going to throw it out there like a wet fart.
So
Well, why'd they push it
that would
back
make
then?
sense for online games, for live service games and whatnot. But isn't this a single player experience?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throwing it out there we'd rather lose money on it fast. I don't think does that apply to single player games?
This is supposed to come out in June, though.
Didn't say this, but they didn't say this applies to single player games. But I feel like internally they certainly took a look at this game and gave it a general projection. I really think that they thought it's probably going to be a failure.
I think that they just didn't want it to be a tax write-off at the end of the day because there's this China Hero project. I don't know what the stipulations of it are. I don't know what they have to adhere to. I don't know like the promises that are made. I don't know like the fine lines here. I don't know that, but I'm sure they didn't want this to be a tax write-off. So
Interesting.
What do
I
you
just
think
don't
the
know why
budget-
they put it out now. I mean, think about it. It's you got Metal Gear is out now, but then Gears of War, sure, that's a dud. But Helldivers 2, everybody's playing Helldivers 2 again. And you got all the other games that Hypno just announced that are on their way in like
And
a couple
Hollow
of
Knight.
days.
I forgot that game.
Hollow
Hollow
Knight, yeah,
Knight.
Silksong.
And Silksong just got the announcement. That's on the 4th. So like, why did they drop this now? I mean, to your point, I would agree with that. Like they sent this out at this point to die. What I don't understand is why delay it unless that was the kill shot. Was just
because
delay
they
it
knew
to
it was,
now because it'll be a definitive kill shot.
because this game came out half baked already. If it came out any earlier, this game wouldn't have been running, my guy.
Yeah.
I think it got swarmed. That's what I do. That's what I think. I don't think the game, aside from the save system, whoever thought of that, bro, you need help. But aside from that, everything else I'm seeing people complain about this game, I don't think it's enough to translate to this low of numbers. This low of numbers, in my opinion, you only really see this from games that are like indie AA that usually get zero to no marketing, like little to no marketing whatsoever. Just completely left out in the wind, and whatever they do, they do. This is a game from PlayStation. You know what I mean? It's got PlayStation Publishing LLC behind it.
Look how many games get pushed out on PlayStation when they do these PC drops, and how they get almost no promotion whatsoever because they don't want to pay for the marketing for when it comes to PC. That's why I said the game should go in day and date because at least it includes the marketing of the PC and the PlayStation version. Therefore, you get maximized profits. No, they don't want to do that because you have a bunch of losers bitching and whining on Twitter. Why do I have a PS5 for? Because you're too broke to have a PC. But I digress from that. But when it comes to that, they don't want to market their games when they come to PC because they don't want to pay that extra money. They already had their marketing push on PS5. They just expect that, oh, it's going to come to PC. Our name is big. Oh my God, automatically it should make profit. Or they just don't want to promote it like that. And it's like PC players, like, dude, like what? 20,000 games come out on Steam every year at this point. I think it was 19,000, last year. If you want your game to get noticed, you better fucking market it. Like otherwise, it's not going to get anything. And they did not market this game at all. They just sent it out there to die.
So they sent, so it was a kill shot to put it out now.
I was going to say, I find it interesting. This is like one of the only Chinese games that we've seen get released at 59 instead of 49 or $50. I guess that Sony tax, that $10 Sony tax, perhaps. Who knows, really? But this is interesting. It's interesting. It's a overall. Like I said, we could look at the reviews really quick just to kind of get an idea. But I mean, they're not anything we haven't already seen. To be honest with you,
I still want to play this game.
I do too. I think I would like a game like this, but I'm just so surprised. People are saying it's a Temu Final Fantasy 16, which I find to be insane.
Then I may not like it.
Here, let me which is crazy because if Final Fantasy is getting compared to a DMC style hack and slash game, that Final Fantasy fucked up.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, you are clearly not
up.
Final Fantasy anymore if you're getting compared to games like this. But anyway, in its current state, I can't recommend the game. I'm tempted to refund it and purchase it again down the line because the moment I have zero interest loading it back up as it felt so bland. Combat feels floaty and unimpactful. It feels like you're just swinging around a wet noodle the whole time. Frame rate goes from decent to stupid constantly. The English voices are terrible. Also, LOL, wait for updates before picking this up. Go play Wukong or Stellar Blade instead. Oof.
I mean, look terrible. Compare Stellar Blade's marketing on PC to this game's marketing. Big difference. Big difference.
Yeah. This person says it's a literal definition of mediocre. The combat is fun, but nothing amazing. The graphics are good, but nothing stands out. The character designs are generic and uninspired. The boss fights are easy health sponges and are more boring than fun. The story is nonsensical slop. The fact that these people think this is worth 60 is insane. I wouldn't even recommend this for 20, and that's what it should probably be priced at. This game is the reason why Chinese developers are associated with bad games. For every Wukong, we get 10 lost souls aside.
Damn.
This is
That's
a fucking
insanity.
Feltingham.
Holy
I mean, wow,
shit.
dude. But this is what I'm telling you, man. I looked at this when I did my video. I'm like, bro, people really are pissed at this game. Like they really think it's a overall. And listen, there's some people that are saying positive things. This person says a very action first classic CAG style game, which is what I was looking for. If you're a fan of Ninja Gaiden series or Devil May Cry, this game should be right up your alley. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I imagine others will as well.
So sad because I think that this game, like, I feel like this game might have some merits in there worth, diving into. But unfortunately, I heard that the game is just running kind of awful. So
That's what I heard too. Yeah.
yeah, it's like I want to, the idea of supporting one dude that had a dream and Sony backed him and, kind of helped him get a team together. Like, I think that that's a beautiful thing and I would like to support it, but unfortunately the game doesn't run and I don't really want to go out of my way to pay $60 and, for something that's not really working.
Right. Well, this review, I definitely feel this review because there's a lot of reviews out there on Steam that it'll have like 10 minutes played, 15 minutes played, and you just leave a whole fucking paragraph of all your thoughts. Like, bro, you made up your whole mind in 15 minutes. It's crazy. But this person says, I don't think it's cool to leave a review day 1, day 2 with 30 minutes played. But I need to add a like to this page of mixed reviews. Yeah, only a couple of hours in. I have no right to review this like all the others. But hey, graphics are beautiful. Character designs are great. Voice acting is just fine. I don't know if I believe that. And granted, I have a 5090, but performance is just fine. No problems whatsoever. Runs great. Have built a really cool world here. Combat's enjoyable. Have your parry, dodges, abilities. Skill tree is awesome. Can easily tell the progress rate at which you unlock new moves. There's a free demo. Just try it out for a couple of hours at least. I find these, I played it 30 minutes. I get to leave my hate reviews so incredibly annoying. I truly wish Steam would require a minimum time played or percentage completed. It would totally put a stop to all the crybaby day 1 angry reviews. It's great. I know I'm gonna like it. Let the crybabies cry. I don't know. It's all over the place.
Okay, hold on. He invalidated that whole argument with the very end. It's great. I know I'm gonna love it. All right, so you're getting on to people who've only played 15 minutes and made up their mind. You yourself say you're gonna love it. So you haven't played very much. You've also already made up your mind.
Well, I think he said he's about 4 hours in. Says 3.6 hours.
Fair enough. Even so, when you end your review with "I know I'm going to love it," meaning you've already made your mind up.
You've also discredited yourself there.
I guess it comes down to what they view as acceptable amount of time before you can make up your mind. So this person's like, well, I played it for almost 4 hours. I made up my mind. I'm better than the person who played it for 15 minutes and made up their mind, kind of a thing, I guess.
It's not completely wrong. I mean, by 4 hours, if you're consistently playing, you've at least gotten a decent idea of the general mechanics, the general performance of the game, and at least the beginnings of the story, and just at least one enemy, one boss fight, I would think.
Yeah, I think
Do I
you
know
could
nothing?
definitely. No. I think you could definitely have like 1 or 2 boss fights under your belt after the first 4 hours. I mean, I haven't played the game, so I'm not sure yet, but I imagine if it's like any other fucking Souls-like game or DMC style game, you should be fighting your first boss style enemy within the first, maybe even a tutorial. Who knows? But
I would say, first 30 minutes, give or take.
yeah, so I gotta imagine he probably fought a couple, but yeah, this game is just doing worse than I thought. I really thought that this would be another decent hit. I didn't think it was going to do as well as like Wu Chang or anything.
Poorly because of word of mouth. Like maybe I'm wrong, but like take something like Stellar Blade or Platinum Wukong. Like so much of that was out the gate immediately positive. This is mixed. Like as someone like me who was like I was interested in this game, but it wasn't a day 1 buy. I'm reading through this. I'm seeing this. I'm like, yeah, I can hold off for a bit. I want to see, maybe there's patches, get the game improved, fixed, or whatnot. And then when it's on sale for $20, maybe I'll pick it up. But by the same token, I think this is failing because it's not getting good word of mouth. And if so, that's on the devs for not putting out a finished, polished product.
I think it's failing because, like what Cassie said, little to no advertising made this not a must-have for people.
There's that too. For
when this game came out, and there's like 10 other big hitters that are coming out within the same relative time frame, if you're getting drowned out while they're all advertising, their games, and you're getting drowned, yeah, of course nobody's gonna look at you as the must-have out of the 10 games that are releasing in the same 2 weeks. Like you're gonna be you're going to be like you said. You're going to be like the game that says, okay, I'll wait for it to go on sale and pick it up, when the time's right. But hey, I'm definitely getting that Silk Song, or something along those lines. That's what people are thinking. So
Yeah.
so you're
Usually
gonna say
when
something?
Sony doesn't promote something that they have in the pipeline, it's usually because something's wrong in their mind. Like they
Yeah,
actually,
true.
they warped their minds into believing Concord was going to be like their Star Wars. So like that was just a complete total miscalculation on their part. But when they go out of their way to not promote something, it's usually because they know something's wrong.
Right. They definitely know something's wrong. And that's why like they were advertising what was it? Stellar Blade. They were advertising. What was the other game they were advertising? But there was so much money in advertising for Stellar Blade. It was retarded. It was not even funny.
Yep.
Because they
That was
had
it.
I mean, to be fair, there was a lot of advertising in Concord too.
Yeah, but they fooled themselves into thinking that was like the next greatest thing since sliced fucking bread in entertainment.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I was shocked by this one, but wanted to get you guys' thoughts as to why you think this is happening. I just flat out think it's getting drowned. That's what I think. I don't know if anybody agrees or disagrees, but I just think
Yeah, it
it's
definitely has something to do with it. When you're like, oh, this game, there's something wrong here, but there's like a slew of other games as a choice. Like, I'm not missing. Like, I could just wait. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's
Bargain bin Black Friday. Hell yeah.
Literally. Let's cancel this out. Cass, you got to go, or are you good to stick around?
Yeah, I got a jet, unfortunately, but duty
It's all
calls.
good.
Appreciate
Duty calls. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you.
Hell
Tell
yeah.
everybody what you got planned, what you doing.
Yeah, super fun time. Thank you guys. Thank you, chat. You guys are awesome as per usual. But real quick, yeah, Cult Classic Cage, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, all that stuff. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. I will be streaming tomorrow. Since we hit tier 2 on the channel this past Thursday, that means I have to play a horror game, kicking and screaming, dressed up as Scooby-Doo in the
What are you playing?
Scooby themed. They picked Alien Isolation in a massive.
You're fucked.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I'm mega fucked. So
Let me
yeah.
play this song. Add that to your soundboard because it's gonna be bad for you.
You're welcome to come watch me suffer.
Oh, I will. I love watching that shit. It's gonna be great.
Yep. But much love, guys. I see GDR still trying to promote this undress. Fuck you, my guy. Much love.
You said you're a finger sniffer.
What?
The panel of finger sniffer. All of us are, I guess.
I guess. Shout out to GDR.
Peace out, guys.
Peace
Have
out,
a
Cass.
good one.
Have a good one at work. Bye. All right, let's
Before we go further, can I shout out some gifted games real quick?
Yeah, if you want to share your screen, you can too, or just shut them out, whatever.
Sure, absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, I already accepted it, so there's not much to share. However, Scars Above, Chorus, and Resetna, All I Fear the Clown. So
Bro, Angmar killing it, man.
yeah,
Shout out to
Angmar,
him.
absolutely. Yeah,
Listen,
three. I've never heard of
Angmar's-
any Scars Above, Chorus, or Resetna, so I'm down to play all these.
Angmar, you got to be careful with him, man. He be gifting crack, like literal crack. Like he's the one that gifted me Achilles, and I couldn't fucking put it down. And that game is now 39 out of 39 perfected because of him. So you got to be careful.
Well,
How do you guys
I
do
appreciate
that?
it. Thank you so much. Any
How do you
game
do
that's
that?
gonna
What do you mean?
again, I'm a completionist.
Oh,
I
share
love
like
playing games,
gifting
so
games
like
and
that.
stuff. How do you do it?
So you add a game to your card on Steam, and then you choose the gift option, and then you select the person on your friends list.
All right, so it has to be somebody on your friends list then. Okay.
Yep.
I'm Steam.
I actually added to my wish list the fucking game that Cassie recommended. It actually looks really cool. The Fist what is it? Fist
Yeah, what was that
Forged
called?
in
Was that
Shadow
Oh, with the
Torch?
rabbits.
Yeah, it's called Fist Forged in Shadow Torch. You should add that. Everybody should add that to the wish list. That's a cool looking game. Very cool looking game. I'm surprised I didn't hear about that.
I didn't either. This was completely under my radar.
Yeah. Anybody else gifted games before we continue?
Not here.
Not
Sheep
that.
gotta check. Nope.
Yeah. No, it's just the one. That's cool.
All right. Where are we at? Let's see. We got. Let me scroll down. We got Old Man Cad with a 5. Hypnotic Cult Classic Cage in Marines Defense. Every year you spend in the military is like dog years. You age 7 years for every year in the military.
That's a lot.
I'm looking at resetting right now, like looking at his trophies, and I immediately see defeat 50 enemies without taking damage, 100 enemies, 150. Like, this is my kind of game. This is,
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna get lost in this. The moment I see trophies like defeat XYZ without getting touched, like, I'm gonna be in this shit.
That's wild. And what game is that?
Resetna.
Nice. Shout out to Old Man Cad. Thank you so much for the 5, bro. Tifa Lockhart with a $9.99 and massive tits. Says Resident Evil 9 should have a feature on the main title where a pop-up appears that reads, "Are you easily afraid? Yes or no?" If they press on yes, it'll take them to the end credits. Pretty good troll. I miss it. You know what I miss? I miss when games used to insult you for either choosing like the easy route or whatever, like the less scary route. Like Wolfenstein, for example. I think it was Wolfenstein. Like
It was Wolfenstein. Baby mode.
They call you a fucking baby. They'll literally dress you up in a baby outfit. Oh, it's so good.
What's it called? Bonnet. Yeah.
Yep. They were so good. I miss that, man.
Yeah, Silent Hill and Resident Evil would only give you, like, if you took the easy route, you could only get the bad ending. Like, there was no way to get the good ending if you took the easy and faster routes.
That's great. Like, we need to bring that back, man. We need to encourage people, not fucking putting this nonsense out there. Like, oh, don't worry, you'll be a winner too. No, fuck you, man. Get out of here.
Yeah. I will be a winner, though.
Shout out to Tifa. We got Frank Castle with a 2, says horror needs to be scary as fuck, or it's not horror.
Bro, if your game has an arachnophobia toggle, fuck you, I won't purchase it.
Especially if your horror game has an
Like,
arachnophobia.
having that in your game, it's an automatic no for me.
You know,
it's a no for
so
me, dog.
I would agree with this statement a little bit, but not completely. And the reason why is because you can have really good horror games, really good, and not actually be statistically, well, no, that's not the word. Standardized scary. So like sometimes there are horror games that don't have the typical jump scares or anything like that. But their atmosphere is so creepy. The environments are just disgusting. Like the music is suspenseful. You feel like a jump scare is coming, but then it never comes. Like that kind
Those are my favorite kind of horror games, when you're on the edge of your seat because you know something's coming, but it's not there yet. And then when you get to the end of the game, I think there's some Backrooms clone that did that to me. I was like, throughout the whole game, I was waiting for there to be something scary, but no, the atmosphere alone just had me on edge to the point where I beat it and nothing scary ever happened. I was like, oh, fuck this game. It had me going for the whole like 2 hours.
That's how I don't know if you ever played the game called The Medium.
Oh yeah, isn't that the game where you're playing like the same, 2 different characters?
You're playing the same character, but she has the ability to see the other side.
Yeah.
So and then the other side, you have to like, it's limited time. She can't be out of her body for too long, and you have to use that to solve puzzles in the real world, and also fight enemies that are only visible on the other side. Anyway, the point is that game is a minimal combat. A horror game similar to like Outlast, very very minimal anything, and it's all about suspense, thriller, just the eeriness of it, the story, the environments, and the one main thing is with that particular game, you have 0 jump scares in the game with the exception of one time, and that game sets you up to the point where it does the jump scare right after you feel like you're safe enough, right? Like you've played the game for a few hours, no jump scares. You pretty much see the creepy nature. You think like, okay, all right, I guess this game has no jump scares, whatever. And then at the moment that you least expect it, you just happen to just look inside of a bathroom, like through the window, through like the door. The door has a little window. You've done that like 10 times in the game already. You do it the 11th time, boom, there's a fucking jump scare for like a half a second. And I'm like, you motherfucker. It actually got me. It legit got me. And jump scares usually don't get me, but it's because I let my guard down. That's why. I was like, all right, this is one of those suspenseful games. That's cool. I like that. And then, boom, jump scare. It's like, you motherfucker.
I'll add to this that when it says, a horror game needs to be scary as fuck. Like you, I mostly agree. Also, because horror is subjective, like, I'm afraid of open water, dude. Ocean. Like, I don't do that shit. So to me, Subnautica, I don't like Subnautica is just, it fucks me, dude, because it is literally
what is that fear called? What is that called?
What is it?
What is that fear called?
Thalassophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I have that too because when I was younger, I could never play open water games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I
Me neither.
can, but
Like-
before I could never. I would be scared to like even turn around in the water. I'd be like, oh my god, it's gonna be a piranha or something.
That's me with it's the same with me with like megalophobia and automatonophobia, which is just basically like megalophobia is just gigantic constructs like statues and shit like that.
Mhm.
And automatonophobia is like, like mannequins, just like a room full of mannequins kind of deal. Or like a room full of like dolls that are just all just organized in a weird way and shit like that. Shit, it doesn't scare me, it just unnerves me. And
Dude,
so
that was the first like legit scare that got me in Silent Hill 3. Is there's a moment where you got like you have to get a necklace
room of
off of a
mannequins.
mannequin and you
Yeah.
run and you get and as you're running to leave the room, you hear a scream and like the scream, it jars you. You run back to the mannequin and like its head is gone and blood's coming out of the neck and whatnot. Like nothing actually happens in the room, if I recall, aside from that. I was like, what the why is this mannequin bleeding? Why did it scream?
Now-
It didn't even do anything to me.
Now you take those two phobias, put them together, and you get Bioshock Infinite. I shit you not. That gigantic
legit.
Like that gigantic angel statue in the fucking background of Columbia. I was like, I don't want to go there.
Yep. That's literally what it is.
Yeah, like that game fucked with me. I beat it. I was pissed off and I was done, especially because of the ending. But yeah, otherwise, like that game fucked with me. I don't want to go back and play it.
Really quick, shout out to Valkyrie. Valkyrie gifted Davy Jones ascend to the highest fathom of a pirate underworld with the infamous Davy Jones on this action-packed, revenge-driven journey. Control the captain's headless body, stay on pace with his autonomous skull, and keep his legend alive. That sounds fucking cool. Shout out to Valkyrie. Thank you so much. I wonder what kind of game that is. I really don't like when games on Steam don't have the description of the game in the sense of like, is it a platformer? Is it a Metroidvania? Is it a third-person action game, ARPG, whatever? Like, give me something. At least I'm not telling you to describe the whole game, but like, give me a genre so I can get an idea of what it is. But I get it. It is what it is. Shout out to Valkyrie. Thank you so much. GDR with a 5. Overwatch is a jump scare game. I would go around a corner and boom, a trans person scare the shit out of me every time.
That's crazy.
Listen, he's out of line, but he's right. Shout out to
He's out of line, but he's right.
Shout out to GDR. That was funny. Let's go over to Rumble. Where we got Rumble? Are you awake? Let's see. Rumble is awake. We got Zalosi with $1. Another good horror game to keep an eye on. Lurks Within Walls. Lurks Within Walls. What is that?
I
Lurks
think I
Within
have
Walls.
that wish listed actually. Hold on, let me check.
Is that a
check right now.
euphemism for a hentai?
Lurks with that would be funny. Oh, I see it. Lurks Within. It has a demo. Lurks Within Walls. What the fuck is this? This is interesting. Let's see what we got here. Put this up on the screen. Lurks Within Walls.
Oh hell.
Yeah, I do. Yep, I have this on my wish
Oh,
list.
these are like one of those old school point click adventures that you turn like you're on rails.
Yeah.
This is actually made by the art is made by a dude who's like famous on Instagram for doing like analog horror stuff and whatnot. What's his name? They might say it in the trailer. Real famous Instagram artist.
This is fucking awesome. See, this kind of shit, I like it. Just the overall setting, bro. Sometimes just being in a dark corridor with a red light that's flashing, you got an ugly ass creature just standing there. It don't even gotta attack me, bro. Just make a scenario where I have to look at it. I have to look at its ugly fucking like that.
Yeah.
That kind of suspense is great, and that's what I miss because a lot of modern horror games they want to get you with the jump scares. So whatever the creature is, they just make it run at you quickly. And it completely loses its luster. But if you make me fucking stare at it and realize like how ugly it is, like who the fuck thought of this when they were making it, and then it comes after me, I feel like that's a lot better.
That's one of the things that like
Henderson.
That's very one of the things that I appreciate about horror as well. For example, like you look at like zombies, the way that they are now, you get like World War Z zombies, as they're always called, the ones that run at you and stuff like that. And the actual fear would be like a horde of zombies that are just slowly shambling their way out of like a fog or something like that, and you have no way of fighting them. That shit's a lot more unsettling than running at you and shit like that. Like, shut up. Smack me in the back of the head when I move out the way.
One of the things that I don't get scared by much, but there's one thing, and ironically, it was in a game that's not meant to necessarily be scary, but holy fuck, it was. In the Midnight Walk. I don't know if you guys played the Midnight Walk recently. It's that indie game that came out. Really good game. Highly recommend. It's like the claymation one. They had a creature in it.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I didn't play that yet.
Yeah, that's the game that just released not too long ago.
They have a creature in it that it is so fucked. Okay, like it is like the first time I encountered it, I got fucking destroyed by it because let me show you what it is first. I don't know what it's called. I totally forgot. I don't know the name. So basically, this thing, right? It has a mask, right? It has a mask that covers its face. Okay, it's split on, obviously one on each side. It covers its face and it sits on the ground stationary. It doesn't move. If you walk in front of it, there will be no reaction. Okay, there'll be no reaction. If the moment you turn around, you will hear it start to slowly rise. It takes a good amount of time. It takes like probably, I would say 10 seconds for it to rise from sitting to its feet.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment it's on its feet, the mask bursts open, and that shit is so fucking fast. It blitzes you. It blitzes you, and all you hear is like nasty bones just like moving. It's so nasty, and it's so fast. But you never see it coming at first because you think it's not doing anything. You walk past, and it's like, all right, it's not reacting. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm going to keep it going. And then all of a sudden you turn around, this thing is running at you. And it's a game with no combat, so you can't defend yourself. So you gotta be hiding in a closet or whatever. It was so nasty, bro. Oh my god. I want to find a clip
that game
of
we
it.
just looked at that lurks between walls. Are you familiar with the creepypasta Siren Head?
Yeah.
Yep.
The guy that created Siren Head is the one doing all the art for that game.
Oh,
Get out. Really?
Yeah. Yep. Trevor Henderson. I follow him on Instagram. But yeah, the creator of Siren Head is the one doing all the art for Lurks Within the Walls or Lurks Within the Walls or whatever.
Dope.
Get the fuck out of here. That's insane. That's awesome.
Siren Head's crazy.
Oh, here we go. Let me see. Maybe I could find it. Somebody posted a video of all the monster chase sequences in Midnight Walk. Let me see if I could find it. But that's pretty cool. That's that explains why the monsters look the way they do. Let's see. Can I find it? Oh, I think this is legit. Right here. Let me see. I don't know if it's gonna show it the way that I did in game because obviously I fucked up, but I'll try anyway. Let's see. You hear that noise?
Yeah.
Oh, no way, dude.
You hear that noise? So I didn't know what that noise was.
Love that.
That was it getting ready to attack, and it blitzed that corner so fast. He already knew about it, so that's why he was in the closet. I didn't know about it. So I was exploring. I'm running around exploring. Next thing you know, that motherfucker is just blitzing me, bro. It's so fast. Watch, look, it's gonna sit down. And then once it sees you, look. Oh, and it waits. It starts like tweaking. It keeps tweaking. You hear it tweaking more and more and more and more and more. And then eventually, after it's done, 10 seconds, blitz. So fast. It's fucking awesome. This game was awesome, man. Highly recommend it.
I just wishlisted it.
Yeah, the Midnight Walk, highly recommend it, man. You want all the nasty fucking sounds? It's exactly what this is.
Oh, I just throw it.
That's so sick. I miss this game. This game's so good.
It's not as fun because the guy's not getting caught. He knows.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like he knows it. This is clearly somebody who's been through the game already. But when you're first playing the game, those motherfuckers get you, man. It is wild, but it's good. It's such a good game. Definitely a good game. I didn't expect it to be as scary as it was, but it's really not that scary, to be honest with you. It's just those enemies that are scary. All right, we are fully caught up on everything, boys. Holy shit, we might actually be done on time. That's unheard of. Since when do we do that? We don't do that. Oh, I know.
Shit, well,
Since Smash JT is not on the fucking stream. What happened?
I just received a gift from Valkyrie.
What is it?
Wait, what's this called? Oh, Franbo. The F was written like a T at first. I thought it was called Tranbo. I was like, did you send me a fucking gift of Tran? All right, Franbo. Thank you, Valkyrie. Truly appreciated.
Now somebody has to Google whether or not there's a Tranbo, and if there is, you need to make it like right now, and then gift it to somebody.
Leon.
That would be hilarious if you, of all people, got a game called
Right,
Tranbo.
that's what's like. Okay, come on. I see what you're doing.
You got one.
Oh, Wizard got
said
something.
he's got one too.
I did. Got from Valkyrie. I got Alan Wake Collector's Edition.
Oh shit!
Nice.
That's a good one.
That game slaps. I'll take that.
Yeah,
Thank
Catherine
you.
as well.
Good.
And I got Catherine as well. Thank you.
That's a good game. That's actually I
will happily accept
bullshit.
those.
Like Catherine is a game I want to revisit because that storyline is something crazy. The puzzles are fucking nuts, and they apparently like this. Didn't they remake? They remastered or re-released it or some shit. And they changed some stuff, and I want to see what differences are because I'm not entirely sure what the differences may be. But I like that game. It's really good.
Shout out to Anubis. Anubis is like, since a few of us kept the 50 memberships off the chat, you could actually do topics. Yeah, I suppose. But see, this is the time for you to drop a 50. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's because Smash is not here. That's why. Since Smash is not here, we can actually get our thoughts across and not have to worry about it.
This game looks fucked up and interesting. Yeah, Franbo. It's like $5 right now.
Fuck it. Do it. All right, boys. Listen, shout out to all you guys. This was fucking awesome. We made a stream of it, even though everybody else was AFK, gone, pretending to be too busy when we all know they're just doing things that are not actually important. But that's okay. Fucking Anubis. He's like, no, I drop 50s when you're doing fast topics. This guy. Let's do our outros, starting with the real life fake wizard.
What's up, guys? I'm the real life fake wizard. Getting back to a normal video schedule coming this week. I'm excited. We've been doing just one video a week, which has been difficult, but now we're getting back to a normal schedule. We got a fake portal. Going through some fun maintenance right now, which I'm actually really excited. We've got some awesome features that'll be coming probably by Monday at the latest, hopefully by tomorrow at the soonest. But yeah, we'll be streaming tomorrow, and happy to be here. We'll be back with more Kotaku Facts next week. Keep it locked here.
Oh yeah, man. Sheep City.
I will be streaming after this show concludes. I'm gonna run to the bathroom at the same time. Hopefully, I can make it back at like in that same time frame, but I got to get everything set up anyway. So I'll be doing that, and come check me out over there and play some more Shinobi because I'm having fun with that game. Just got done beating Chio. Yeah, Chio. So still got a bit of the game to do. So come hang out with your boy. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter where I shit talk and disappear for the rest of the day. Pretty much that.
Oh yeah, look, you got a shout out from Endakai. Says shout out to Sheep City. Really quick before Leon goes, guys, as you're leaving the stream, number one, like the stream, don't be gay. Number two, tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, HypnoCast will basically be Santa Claus cast because we're going to be giving away $1,000 worth of Steam games. So if you guys want an opportunity to win a game, this is a thank you for helping us to hit 100,000 subscribers, which is something we were not at. We were almost there on the last SNH. We didn't quite get there. But we are obviously well past that.
You get it the very next day.
I got it the next day. Yeah,
yeah.
Of course. We are actually at 100,933 right now. So we're about to hit 101,000. So shout out to you guys. So tomorrow we are going to be doing all stream for like 2 hours. We're going to be giving away Steam games. So make sure you guys are here as a little giving back to you guys for helping me to hit over 100,000 subs. Or according to some people, only 100,000 subs. I don't know if you saw that, but I had a fun hater. That was interesting. Anyway, Leon, go ahead, bro.
I'm probably gonna hop over to Zax's show for a bit, hang with him for an hour or so. That must have been the evening. Just honestly gaming myself, have a slew of new gifted games. So thank you guys very much. Truly appreciate it. Tomorrow I'll be seeing the Toxic Avenger because we hit tier 2 on stream on last night. Thank you very much. I'll report back with that, and I'll see you for Countercast the videos on Monday.
Hell yeah. Adair Soto with $1 and Rumble says, hey, Hypno, did you hear the British police arrested for cosplaying Umbrella Corp, who was 16 heading to an anime convention?
So we covered that
No
on
idea.
stream last night. A little bit, unless you're talking about a different story. The guy from Dublin was arrested coming back into Dublin after buying manga that was quote unquote CP, and he was arrested by American Secret Service at Dublin, if I recall.
No, this is a
Wait.
different situation. This is a guy who was actually dressed up as an Umbrella Corps member, and they mistook him for a terrorist.
Oh, okay.
I
Fucking
don't mean to
UK,
laugh
man.
because I'm sure that's fucked up, but like, that's
Fucking
actually
UK,
kind of
man.
hilarious, bro. They're so retarded. Wait, what manga did that person get arrested for having? I don't know.
I don't remember. I'll see if I can find it while you're doing your stuff.
Everything is fucking CP to these people. It's so stupid. Really, they look at anime, they're like, "Oh my god, it's child porn." Shut the fuck up, bro. These people are so. Anyway,
Yeah, sorry, not Secret Service. Homeland Security, by the way. You saw by Homeland Security.
Wow.
See if it says what the manga is. Yeah, Child Trafficking and Pornography Act is what he was charged with. He had actually appeared before a judge. Yeah, we talked
Wait,
about this on stream
child
last night.
trafficking?
Yeah, Child Trafficking and Pornography Act is what he was charged the offenses under.
With no trafficking, he got charged for.
It was for coming. Yeah, it was for owning what was quote unquote CP manga after coming back from a manga anime convention in the U.S.
What?
Not,
So
I'm not. This article doesn't say what the manga was. Let me see if I can find
I'm
different
confused at where the trafficking is. Like that's what I'm confused at. So he got. I don't. Anyway, I'll look it up later. My brain is fried right now with this shit. People are fucking retarded, man. Anyway, as for me, like I said, we're going to be finishing Shinobi Art of Vengeance on Griffcast, and then after that we should be doing Metal Gear Solid Delta, so that's going to be really exciting. And then after that we'll do Lost Soul Aside, and after that, well, we'll see what goes on from there. Obviously Hypnocast every day 9 p.m. Eastern, Sunday through Friday. SNH 8 p.m. Eastern every Saturday, and Griffcast 5 p.m. Eastern Monday through Friday. So make sure you guys come hang out to the best of your ability, like you always do. I appreciate it. And that's basically it, man. Thank you guys so much for everything, liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, gifting games, especially gifting games to these guys. These guys are awesome. They deserve everything and more. So that's good.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Keep gifting
Thanks,
them,
guys.
make them play games, but stop gifting games to Smash. Like, you guys understand, you're wasting your money gifting games to Smash. Okay, I don't know.
I hope he won.
Weapon
for real. I do hope he won that competition he's in.
What, the Mario Kart one?
The Mario Kart one?
Yeah,
I would have hoped
Yeah, I
so,
hope it-
being the
I hope
Nintendo
he
fucking
wins.
shill that he is.
Exactly.
No, I kind of
Garrett
hope Philip Chan wins, just so Smash doesn't.
I
I
mean,
was
he
hoping
is
for
Asian,
Garrett.
so he has the highest chance of winning. Let's be real.
Now I hope Flawed wins just because.
Solidarity with your fellow black. Fair enough.
No, I initially said Garrett, but Garrett's good at games, so.
I kind of hope a girl wins, so that way everybody kind of has to do the walk of shame.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I already told Smash, because Smash is like, what if Blabs win? I was like, if you get beat by a girl, just don't stream ever again. Just kind of like, just walk away from YouTube. It's fine.
Damn.
But what I do know is that he is going to lose something, and that's going to be the $200 bet that we have going on amongst each other. That he's definitely going to lose, because he's too busy playing side scroller instead of playing Stellar Blader, and he's not going to win. So just remember, chat, remind him every day on his stream that when the clock strikes 12 at 11:59 on the 3rd, when it strikes 12 in the morning and it's the 4th, he must donate $200 to my channel the next day. Whatever, you know.
Is it
so
12
on the
his
4th.
time or your time?
Because that's a
there's
damn good
lot of
question.
difference, give or take.
I feel like
It don't matter,
it should be my time, really. Fuck that guy.
It
You
don't,
know
it
what?
don't matter ultimately.
The world lives on the East Coast, so
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, there you go. Thank you, Wizard. I agree. All right, boys. Sincerely, thank you for everything. Adair Sota for $1. says arrested for that. Yeah, I know. He says wasn't not the mobile game Dust Brown 2. What? I didn't understand that, Adair Souls. I'm sorry. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate it. Can he do it through gifted memberships? No. It's got to be a red boy. It's got to be red and it's got to be shining. It's got to be beautiful. Like I have to see it, and it has to have a message with admission of defeat in it. You can't do that with a
Screenshot
membership.
Put it on your wall.
Yeah, exactly. So I can screenshot it, put it right on Twitter when I'm unbanned. Alindina, why is everything on YouTube I see negative? World news is negative. Gaming news is negative. Mass surveillance of the internet is negative. Because those are all negative topics. Well, it's also all you're watching because the YouTube algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. And also, I don't consider it to be negative to talk about the bad things that are happening in the industry to get these fucks out of it. So I actually think that's positive. All right, boys. Thank you again for everything. I appreciate it. Shout out to you guys for hanging out again. And actually, by the way, we just spent like an hour and a half talking about positives. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
A dog or a cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck Baby J, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.